Hello and welcome to round 4 of the Apex Racing League Endurance 2025 Championship. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick, alongside me is David Sampson, and we are a little bit late, so apologies for that today. But we have a very good race in store for us, David. Round 1 of the most iconic endurance circuits. It is the most iconic endurance circuit in the world.
It is indeed. I didn't think we're too late. I thought everyone else was early.
Sure, yeah, I think so. I mean, those guys getting into like the server in qualifying, expecting qualifying to be broadcast. I mean, come on, guys.
It's a bit boring. Like,
Yeah.
We've done that.
We've done that.
We're shaking things up.
Yeah. Next week we're not going to broadcast the race. We're just trying new ideas, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. We'll quickly go through. I think we've got championship points, I believe, that we can show you if I recall correctly. In fact, actually, so we'll go through the picks for today. And, I mean, to be honest, we are quite boring. So it pretty much tells the story of the championship. I've gone for Scooter Revolt P by P1 Sim. I think I went away from them in the previous race, but then decided to go back to them for this one. We've got Effect Simulations 208, and we've got Manatee Racing Green, which I go for every single week.
Your picks look super familiar. I am worried I have the same 3 picks.
Really?
Serious. Oh, no.
Okay.
RD and Valkyrie. Okay. I thought... it doesn't matter. I'll go reverse order. Valkyrie, I turned away from. I picked them. Terrible. I picked them. Terrible. I went away from them. They did well, so I'm back. RD, I've been rooting for a lot. Strong team. It's a super tough field, though. And the Effect 201 car, yeah, my memory is fading. They don't have Mr. Dawson for this race.
No, but they have been very good in the championship so far. I mean, they've won the last 2 rounds. They're 41 points clear of the rest. So a quick rundown. We can't show you the standings on screen. However, just a quick rundown. Apex Racing Team leading the GTPs, 40 points ahead of SimTech, Motorsport, LMDH. In the LMP2s, we've got Effect 201, who are 41 points ahead of Alpha. And in the GTDs, we have got Manatee Racing Green, who are 21 points ahead of Altitude 3M Esports. So those are the points for you cycling through now. But this is a bit of a unique circuit in terms of just how long it is. And I feel like we did have a few issues, honestly, back at Hockenheim when it came to the traffic. But this is one of the easiest circuits, I think, when it comes to traffic, just because you don't see so much of each other.
Sure, Porsche curves can get a little spicy when the circumstances are, you know, when it's crunch time and you don't want to lose attention. But sure, this is a proper endurance circuit. There will be a lot of fuel saving. There's a lot of strategy here. Teams can work together very well here. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting race. We've got a big grid, triple multi-class. It can't get any better.
No, so we'll go to an advert now, but when we're back, we'll cover the closing stages of qualifying. So welcome to Le Mans, a fantastic looking circuit, and one that we really do say, particularly my generation of iRacers, no disrespect, David, but when I joined in 2016, this track was not on the sim, and we really had to wait for a while in order to get it. I guess you're sort of one of these, you know, new kids on the block who sort of take it for granted, right?
New being 6 years, then sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Plus, I think if you did officials every day, for a day, every day, it'd still take you a couple of years.
Sure.
Yeah, obviously, we have to mention it. Doing an endurance at Le Mans, it is very missed, is the 24 Hours Le Mans that I did. I'm so new that it was always there, and I've actually got used to it not being here, and it's very sad.
I think 2017 was the first year we had it, and it was like 3 days after the GTEs got released, and the GTEs were broken that if you ever hit a curb, you'd get damage and you can never fix it. And it sort of ruined the fun for a lot of people.
I remember the LMP1s having that, yeah. All the curbs.
Yeah, the curbs around here are absolutely vicious, right?
Yeah, they used to have a lot of... We don't even talk about it much anymore, but we used to talk about underfloor damage.
yeah, it's not so much of an issue. So in the qualifying, we've already had the GTD and the LMP2 cars set their times. Well, in fact, the LMP2 cars are just putting in their second lap times. But in the GTDs, King Racing at the top, ahead of Rom Racing and Manatee Racing Green. So a bit of a mix-up there. Manatee have really been dominant so far this season, with Altitude 3M Esports standing 7th place, and they've got a couple of poles, but they were struggling a little bit back at Hockenheim as well. In these LMP2s, we currently have Alpha Esports leading the way, ahead of Effect Simulations 201 and Effect Simulations 208. But the 208 does improve and moves up into 2nd place.
We are going to get lap times on that standing soon.
Yes.
I can hear
I
it.
reckon in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's
3.
It's lucky I didn't. It's lucky I didn't bring my dog in. It would have. It would
Sure.
never been done.
But yeah, there are the standings for ourselves at the moment, and of course that is it for the LMP2s. But already the GTPs, well, at least most of the GTPs are on their outlaws. We just saw one crawling out of the pit lane, so they're a little bit behind the schedule. But maybe they're timing their laps accordingly. They do have 2 flyers because they have 10 minutes each, but they can complete the lap at the start at the end of their 10 minutes.
Yeah. So yeah, if you've got a teammate, you can really work together here at the moment with the draft. I know we talk about it a lot, but here you can really make something off of it. A lot of team games will be played.
Welcome to everyone in chat. Paul
Adam?
and John, Adam.
Yeah, all the regulars. Adam doesn't like Le Mans.
Well, he tried to get out of doing this race because he registered the wrong team and was a little bit concerned that he wouldn't even be allowed to race. And I think when I told him that he was allowed to race, maybe he was a bit disappointed because he doesn't like the circuit. I don't know.
I've got a new idea for you. You know you do
Yeah.
qualifying bans.
Yeah.
I think abolish
Adam
that.
Watson fans? Or...
No, you start with wets in the dry.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, yeah. So Fabio Grassetto across the line. That was not a lap, obviously. He's just did 1 lap. So I don't know if he's underfueled it or something. But he's now got to go back to the pits and do another lap. So I think he's lost a lap time then that he could have set. So that's not a good start for the Alcantech driver.
Adam saying Le Mans is boring. Not in an
I
endurance. I like it in endurance format. Love it. I get it. If it's a 40-minute sprint or a 25-minute sprint race, it's not really my track at all.
Would you say the same about Daytona?
I don't mind a sprint race at Daytona, but sure, it can get... yeah, I get what you're saying. I can handle a sprint at Daytona.
Sure.
But I do agree it's better at an endurance.
So we're watching Matej Serhanek. I believe it's Serhanek who I am pretty much the #1 fan of. We saw him at Spa, charging
really
through
good.
the field.
Yeah.
And I feel like he always just looks very quick out there. And I think last time out at Hockenheim as well, they were putting a decent amount of pressure on Apex Racing Team for a lot. Then closed the gap to about 15 seconds, then had an issue and weren't quite able to materialise the challenge. But yeah, they really have been the surprise of the season, I would say,
For sure.
have Simtech.
I don't know if we covered it, but LMP2, Tom, the Effect 201 car, put it on pole.
Yeah, that
Alpha
was very
Esports.
late that they did that as well.
Very late, yeah. Good lap as well, 2/10. Quite tight at the top though.
Yeah, Effect 201 really within touching distance of the championship. Even though we're only 3 rounds in, you get a drop score. And so it's very possible that they might wrap up the championship with a round to spare. I think they could technically wrap it up today. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, they could potentially, it is mathematically possible. As is the case also for Apex Racing Team, who have been unbeaten so far this season out of 3 rounds.
Yeah, the qualifying's been on another level this season.
I'm not sure if Apex Racing Team are actually in the server though. So that will give a chance to someone else. Maybe they're prepping for
Indy.
Indy 8 hours tomorrow.
8.
10, 6, 6. Augustin Bernier is, of course, one of the common drivers in Apex Racing Team. I think his co-driver may be doing IRL racing as well. So, got other commitments, as a lot of these teams do, which is why we have the drop squad. It keeps everyone in play. So at the first run, then, of course we always pick, we never pick Apex Racing Team for our picks, but this time we actually are going to have a chance of picking the winner. And so, yeah, Simtech, what an opportunity it is for them to actually properly win a race, not just be best of the rest, properly win a race. They're currently ahead of Scuderia Volpi by P1 Sim in the GTP class. It's Mirmika MA70 Esports, who we are watching now. But they are about to complete their second lap time here. Apologies, their first lap time. But they will have one more lap time after this.
You know, I went back to Valkyrie. Well, they're not in the server, so that's it. I'm cutting them off now hard.
Okay, did you actually go back to Valkyrie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure.
So that's it.
Yeah.
I've tried. I've done my part. Said their name 4 times, you know?
Yeah.
All they had to do was some laps.
So here we go then. This is going to be our first indication of what the pecking order is in the GTP standings. And the first team across the line means Adam Westlin, who unsurprisingly goes to the top of the standings.
Cyranak.
Effect 177 behind them.
So
Mika holding on well.
Cyranak must have got a drive-through. 1x.
Of course, we do have a live steward for this race, so we'll be keeping an eye out on the incidents out there. So do watch out for drive-throughs and post-race penalties. Connor Nixon, one of the Down Under drivers, Australian, and he is with his teammate Lockhart Browning, both for the Orbit Drop Bear squad, but neither of them registering times.
W Key Sky's asking why I haven't voted for Manatee. I voted for them last round. Yeah, I think they're a very solid team. Very, very solid team. I imagine they're leading the championship?
Yes. Albeit they had a very tricky round too, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they are still... Well, they're actually 21 points ahead because no one else has really mounted a big challenge. The only other team who has scored 2 podiums, Astrotel, and they had an absolute mare last time out, did. Astrotel Esports. Third and second in the first 2 rounds, but 16th last time out. They were a bit slow in qualifying, and that caused them to get involved in an early skirmish.
So, Simtech needs to be careful here. They're only going to get this lap, right? No off-tracks, and a single off-track, and that's it, qualifying over. But then again, of all the tracks to do a last to first in prototypes, this is the one track you can do it. If you've got the pace.
I don't feel like this circuit is a super tricky one when it comes to not picking up a 1x. Maybe that's obtuse for me because it's mainly slowdowns that you get rounds here. And I know obviously that invalidates the lap time as well. But what do you think? Do you think it's a tougher circuit when it comes to getting a clean lap in?
No. Yeah, you know where the limits are. Sure, it's a longer lap, but if you've got the pace, you don't need to risk. Oh, hey Patrick, I didn't realise it was you. Yeah, good. Oh, I see your name on the standings now. Sorry, yeah, we were very late to all this, so it's been. We're still getting like hair and makeup at this point.
Yeah. If both of us make it through this stream, I think that's going to be a good effort, right?
Very good. We are on BAM.
We are on BAM. The few remaining BAMs. If BAM are watching, please
send more. Sugar-free. Sugar-free, please.
I don't know what I'm going to do after this. I don't buy energy drinks really, but these have really helped me out. So do check out BAM. Have fun, have BAM.
Have fun, have BAM. Send more sugar-free.
Yeah. So we are about to get the second lap times in. I think the first team across the line going to be Mirmika MA70 Esports, who were the first across the line, obviously, on the first lap. And we were sort of expecting them to start being shuffled down. But it never happened. And they are going to be looking for a second an improvement on their original lap here. But from my reckoning, I think actually Delta V Racing are setting the pace on this second attempt.
Yep, so far so good. Patrick got a black flag on his outlap for going too slow.
Oh, what, the qualifying scrutiny?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do set it to strict, so no one's doing any
That's
tyre
funny
warming
because
tricks.
during PEC GB, Sam got a black flag for going too slow on a push lap.
Oh, come on. Come on.
No, I hate that flag. I get why they do it.
So Effect Simulations 177 go to the top of the standings then. Great effort from them. Simtech improved as well. They only had the one shot at it, but Simtech had to settle for second place. Let's see if the Drop Bear cars can get anywhere near up. But they have had good quali pace. I think they qualified in the top 5
season
before. And, well, there they are back again. The Neptune car going fourth. Where can the other car go? It wasn't a lap for Lockhart Brownlee.
So no queue time.
And so they'll join Daroan on the last row of the grid. I think we have still got Christophe Demey though. What can he do? This is actually a very good lap time. He's got a shot at pole position here. This is right on the money. Right on the money. Do the Porsche curves the most. Certainly the most enjoyable part of the circuit. Maybe the most iconic.
Yeah, hard to first learn when you're first getting onto the track and you're learning the ropes. Brutal.
Make sure not to track extend here. He was a bit hesitant on the throttle. Super strict on the exit there. And then it's just 2 more chicanes between him and pole position, potentially. I think it's certainly going to be up in the top 3. Christophe Demey for Delta V Racing 125. Where does he go? He goes to the top.
Yeah, lovely.
He takes pole by 0.2 of a second. It was a bit of an underwhelming final sector. He actually lost 0.4 in the final sector. I think a lot of that's got to go down to Austin William Campbell, who absolutely aced it. But he built up enough of a margin the rest of the lap. And Delta V Racing 125 are our pole sitters overall.
Yeah, excited for this. Is there a start zone are you using?
So we've got a little bit of a different sequence because of the trickiness to have a start here. Everyone's going to go single file through the final few chicanes.
That's what we're doing, officials.
And everyone's just been told just floor it out of the chicane. Don't try to get back into order, because generally what you have is one car sort of gets into order and then everyone else is like, oh, we're going green, and then everyone else is like slow.
It is a brutal starting procedure.
It really is. Let's have a look at the grid then for this race. It's Delta V Racing 125 on pole position for GTP. That is the first time we haven't had an Apex Racing Team car on the top step, or the top spot. Then it is Effect Simulations 177, Simtech Motorsport LMDH, Scuderia Volt P by P1 Sim, Orbit Drop Bear Neptune, RD Simsport Altitude 3M Esports 112, Miamika MA70 Esports, Delta V Racing 118, Balco Racing, Daroan, and Orbit Drop Bear Saxon, who didn't set a qualifying time. Then in LMP2, we've got Effect Simulations 201 ahead of Alpha Esports. Effect Simulations 208 are on the second row alongside Team DWR. Then it's Alcantech NHR, Fury Simsports, Alcantech NHR by Brain Crow, Project Synced Racing Team, VPS Racing Esport LMP2, Aerokinetics Purple, and Delchas Automotive by Majors Garage. Very far down the order, they must have messed up their qualifying. 9.2k. Darius Andre starts from last position in that class. Then in GTD, this is a lot of fun. King Racing, who have really performed very well this season, up on the top spot. Then it's ROM Racing. Manatee Racing Green, they'll be looking for another win today, their 3rd win out of 4 rounds. Then it's Delta V Racing 314. Cube Controls, Reporto, Cosse, iLiveries, Vibe Esports, Altitude 3M Esports 388, Zekrol Esports, Astrotal Esports, Melanzani Racing 302, Delta V Racing 358, Alpha Esports Blue, Team Linear Ultima, Arashi Racing Team, Roosted Record Racing, and BP Racing. So we have, I think, 39 teams taking part today. Healthy numbers in each of the classes as well, which is really great to see. And we'll start this fairly short lap. We can't do the full formation lap here, and thank goodness.
Thank goodness indeed.
One of the things I would like to do with iRacing is speed up the safety car. I know it's for the ovals, so that you can't overtake in the pit lane, I guess.
Sure.
But
well, there is a new start procedure coming. I think they're going to get rid of the gaps.
The gaps, sorry.
The gaps between classes.
Oh, sure.
And I think that a new start procedure's coming for multi-class. Like, I mean, a proper, like LMU,
Okay.
where you're in a defined grid.
Are you pleased about that?
I'll see how it works.
I feel like we sort of muddle along on iRacing. I know it's not
I don't
very...
know where these gaps came from. This just feels like it's something someone did 10 years ago. And
But
now we
I
copy
like it for this because if the GTPs crash, which is a possibility, then the LMP2s don't get involved.
Yeah, but that's racing. It's a multi-class race. In
Sure.
real life, in turn 1, a GT3 will be ahead of 3 or 4 LMP2s where they...
Because whenever you're driving a GT3 and you get wiped out by a GTP, you're always like, well, you know what? It's multi-class racing, you know? So I can't really complain. I'm not having a bad time here because it's what I signed up for. It's a multi-class race.
All right, fair.
So you can see everyone's got into single file. And like I said, everyone should be launching basically through the final chicane. We've got the jets up above with the red, white, and blue.
Oh, I don't see the white with the clouds. It just looked like French.
Sure.
Like just red, blue, sorry.
Red, blue. I'm not sure who red, blue is. I think it's Haiti. I think have a red and blue flag. So that's a decision. Delta V Racing 125 then leading us away. The pace car will pull in very awkwardly to the right. And we are about to get racing for 3 hours here at Le Mans.
Oh.
And it's a fantastic launch for Delta V Racing 125. They did not hesitate one bit. Bit of pressure for effect simulations 177. Don't expect too many overtakes on this first lap. But to give credit to RD Simsport, they're not wasting time. They're trying to get up into 5th place.
Yeah, cold tyres, this left-hander. If we lose anyone, it's going to be here. Just the transition of the first heavy braking and you start to steer and then the rear goes on you. It's very tricky to catch it when it's cold.
Thank you to Ian Shootman there, who's just donated a bit of money. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Arashi Racing for the win.
So leading in the LMP2s, Effect Simulations 201 ahead of Alpha Esports, Effect Simulations 208 close behind. And now we've just got one more class, a fairly big gap that they've left, but I think that's no problem seeing that this is Le Mans, so plenty of space. And once again, the leader's getting a big gap. It's King Racing leading the way, but it's a bad start for Delta V Racing 314. They are off the circuits.
Yeah, I'm guessing they had a snap on cold tyres and you've got no rears to catch it. Oh, this will end well. All on cold tyres. 3-hour race, you've got to win it in this corner and they all get through alive. Yeah, we'll get a replay of that once it all calms down. Yeah,
altitude, what a start for Altitude 3M Esports 388. They're up 3 places, clearly benefited from that off from the cars ahead. Maybe just didn't hesitate and were able to storm straight through. They're still alongside though. The Porsche versus the McLaren, and Altitude have managed to get ahead. Have they got it done? Yes, they have, but that's by no means decisive because we've got 3 of the longest straights of the season coming up next. As Manatee Racing Green have taken the lead. So a mistake for King Racing. I think King Racing may have got a slowdown or something. Look at this, they're all on top of one another.
He's being careful who he drafts here. You want them side by side, ideally behind.
Do you think that could have been tactics from King Racing, maybe trying to get in the drafts early on?
It's too early. You don't want to be messing around when there's lots of cars because you leave yourself vulnerable to being sent by P3, P4. It's too early. When it settles down, sure.
Here's the overall leader and the overall 2nd place. No changes in our GTP order apart from Orbit drop best stats and getting past Daro. And remember, they are out of position because they did not set a qualifying time.
Another £2 super chat. Another Let's Go Arashi Racing team. This time from Lucas.
Yeah.
Quite some support for Arashi.
Thank you very much, Lucas. Honestly, we sometimes talk about Alken chat. They never give us
actual money. Yeah.
No.
Now, we can spend this on... we can get 2 medium popcorns.
Yeah. So if Lennart Schneebel is watching along, you know, the gauntlet's been got down. Get out your wallet.
Alken cash.
Yeah. So there is the GTD leaders, Manatee Racing Green, actually pulling away a little bit now. It's up to half a second. Coming back to their...
Anything under, 3/10 to 9/10 is the same thing at this track. Unless he's entering the Porsche curves, because, yeah, a better driver can make something of it and then you're clear the draft. But, using all the width of the track there.
That's Alpha Esports Blue. Jake Shuey up 4 places now. And he's trying to get up another one.
Real tricky. Yeah, he's going to launch it at the last, I think. Oh, he's cleared the McLaren by the looks of it. Yeah, the McLaren tucked in.
Yes. So Q controls with Porto Cosse car in front of them. Team Linear Ultima now behind Delta V Racing 358, or I think they're
okay, so this is what happened to Delta at the start.
Started P4.
Ooh. So, is there any chance we can get the team name instead of the country under the driver?
Unfortunately, I don't think that is a thing.
Oh,
actually. So 3.5 tenths of a second, the gap between the LMP2 leaders. Of course, this is the class with probably the least amount of slipstream, but at the same time can often be the most closely matched class as well, so
sure.
Might counterbalance each other.
Yeah, it's a very set-dependent car then. But yeah, fuel's going to be super important here. There's plenty of fast drivers in this LMP2 field, so...
And of course, watch out for Delachaz Automated Majors garage, because they did not set a qualifying time, but they're already up 3 places up into P8.
Oh, it's Darius, yeah.
4 seconds off the lead, and they need to try to slingshot their way past each of these cars to get to the...
So yeah, Tom and Yento in front will be perfectly aware of this, so they will be taking measures with their fuel for sure. Darius is a little bit disconnected, but it is quite a tight gang. Oh my life.
EPS Racing versus Project Sync's racing team. And it's Valentin Amblar who cuts the circuit.
Yeah, I think they go door to door and it affects them under braking, that's what I'm guessing, as in they bang doors.
Oh, he locked. Just went straight when he tried to turn the wheel.
It's remarkable they never think to throttle. You don't have to die. You don't have to lock. If you feel you're locking, just throttle. Just serve you slow down and carry on. Le Mans the one track where you don't have to risk anything. You can typically usually just go straight.
Delta V 3 tenths of a second ahead of Effect Simulations 177. Like we were saying before, the fuel very important. You necessarily need to overtake if you're not confident you can pull away. As Orbit Drop Bear Stats passing Malco Racing as well. They're gradually moving their way through. And also, Project Sync's Motor Racing, who we saw alongside VPS before, and I feel like this might be VPS related as well. They are still going though, but they have had an excursion.
Yeah, they've lost an exorbitant amount of time?
Exorbitant.
Half Darson. Back racing because it's dry.
Yeah.
And that's the way Sam does the schedule.
Because I know he enjoys the dry a lot, so I try to avoid the rain. We have got 2 more rounds of the season to go, so maybe we do get a bit more rain. We had so much rain at Monza. But it was fun for a while.
That was naughty. We'll get a look at that. Matthew Crispin chat telling you, Sam, we'll give you money when you give us the V8 series.
If you can get, 40 friends to also give me money, then that's fine. That's all you need to do. If you pay us like $2 grand, then that's fine. We'll do what you want. I'll do anything for $2 grand. Oh, he did come across a bit, didn't he? So that was AstroTour Esports getting spun round, and I wonder if that's going to be a protest submitted. We should have any decisions be posted on the top of the screen, so just wait for that. I'll keep you updated anyway. And of course, anyone who is part of a team, just check out the penalty sheet in the useful links in the Discord to see any decisions.
Yeah, that's the thing with the V8 series. You have to sign up with friends as well. When you sign up on the form and you fill out all your details, it's like, okay, and who's your friend?
Yeah, and your friend has to invite someone as well.
Correct.
It's just a change.
It's an
Once we have one person sign up, we're like, we're done. We're sorted. We've got 10 divisions of this thing.
We're broadcasting Monday through Sunday. We have a European split, an American split, and an Aussie split
We've run
every
out
day.
of humans to take part in this series because of this fantastic sales ploy.
We have Ian again, another super chat. Arashi Racing P12. Yeah, Duncan's in the car. He's outside the draft train, so he's got some work to do, but it's such a long race. I remember learning this track.
Sorry, Altitude Esports 3M just got up to 3rd position, by the way.
Absolutely.
So
Quick into that. Oh, you're fine.
I think that may have been a slowdown because you see Ron Racing drops off quite a bit. But yeah, you mentioned learning this circuit. I mean, I find it a really tricky circuit as well. I don't know if it's because of the long straights between the corners that I know I sort of get to a corner, I'm a bit like, let's just get through this rather than attacking. I don't know. I don't feel confident around here at all.
I had G289 pedals when I first started to learn this track, and then the pandemic hit, and I got invited to do this, the Mon 24 and everything with some big names, like, well, it was all floating around with Tony Kanaan, Rubens, Fernando Alonso. So I casually did 800 laps of practice and 89 hours of lapping.
Wow.
And upgraded to some Hussenfeld pedals.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That could have so easily been the wall. Orbit, drop Bear Satson, came past Delta V Racing, but that got a lot more complicated than it had to be. They are past, though.
Just got to stay in draft, it'll be fine. Let's get a replay of that.
Would your new pedals have helped you in this situation?
No, this isn't pedal related. That's steering wheel related. The new pedals help for Porsche curves, though. Oh my God. G29 back then in GTEs with the no ABS. Drive-through for VPS.
292.
The Molson corner. Oh, yeah.
Did we see that in the end? We saw the other car drop back. We saw Project Sync Racing Team drop back. I'm not sure we actually saw how it happened, but I might be being thick. We've also got Alpha Esports Blue up into 5th place. I don't know if we could get a replay of what happened to Alpha Esports Blue, because...
You think it's VPS related?
No, I think they may have overtaken 2 cars in one go. I feel like they went from 7th to 5th very quickly. Maybe it was just with the jump, but you can see how close everyone else behind is, and I feel like it could be a decent move from Jake Shuey, who's been the man on the move. He's 9 seconds off the lead, so already quite a lot of field spread, but he's cleared a lot of the cars that he qualified behind.
This is the Alpha Esports Blue train. 2.8 off the pack in front, and this is quite the pack. Lucky for him, the car behind is a Porsche, which is great on the brakes and great on acceleration, but doesn't usually have much in the way of top speed. VPS are in, serving their penalty. Just a drive-through. I think it's a drive-through. Have you ever served the wrong penalty before? I
don't think so. I don't get penalties usually.
All right. Yeah. No, I don't get penalties either.
Alcantech now ahead of their teammates. So that was the Brain Crow car getting past the just the Santa car. It's up 2 places now for them. And there may be a change for the GTPs, was it? Between Simtech and Effect?
Yeah. Cernex ahead.
Yeah, because Effect were sat right on the bumper of Delta V Racing, weren't they? But now they have fallen off, and this is how it happened.
Oh, is that a slowdown? Yeah, slowdown. Logi in chat. Samsoid said I had to come here or I'm banned from his Discord. That is the way I do things.
Yeah.
I used to just like say, oh, I'm going live. Now it's just threats.
Maybe we should do that same sales tactic I was speaking about before, where if you tune into this stream, you have to invite someone else. You have to get someone else to tune in.
Yeah, if you want to speak, you better bring a friend.
Yeah.
And that friend has to bring a friend. quite a good system.
I think it's a really good system. I think it's sold.
I think financially, if you did it, it might be a little pyramid shaped.
Yes. I like to think of it as a triangle.
A triangle.
No one's speaking bad words about triangles. Like,
oh. No, he's made that work nicely. Just got to get stopped.
Opens up. Was there a car? There was still a car alongside. He really opened that up there to Darius. And he's just driving the other car off the circuit.
Yeah,
because considering that Darius would be the one who'd end up in the wall.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just not smart. Yeah, there's no need for that.
Other car's getting a tiny draft.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he was moving over as much as he could to maximise draft, but...
Oh. Need to think sensibly about this one. I feel like Darius is going to come past eventually.
See, now that's... now you're...
And they're both off.
No, I think Darius went straight on when he realised our steward's going to spot that. That was dumb. Like...
Yeah, I didn't want to criticise Michael too much there because, like, in the end, like, Michael did absolutely nothing wrong in terms of the manoeuvre, but maybe they would appreciate if I say this, but had he given up earlier, I mean, that's really bad there from Darius.
Very bad, yeah.
He's really come a long way to the left.
That white line in the middle, it's a good indication of what side of the track you should be on. And when you cross under braking onto the wrong side when there's a giant piece of metal car there, it's dumb.
So they're both going to have to tow, and they will have a faster pair, so they can still get back out there, but it's going to be a lonely race now.
Dead atras.
We're going to have a move here between Arashi and Delta V. Delta V 314, who of course dropped back earlier on, didn't they? Were they the ones who had the awful start that spun before the race really started?
Yes.
And they're making their way back up. But Arashi got better straight line speed, maybe a bit of side draft in there as well. And getting back fast. But now the side draft goes the other way. I'm not quite sure how much the side draft does make a difference. Look at this car on the outside though.
Yeah.
Absolutely storming through. And there you go, that's how you gain 2 places. How do we feel about going beyond the white line then?
We've never done it that way in iRacing. There's no such thing as an even overtaken iRacing.
No.
It's just... It is weird that we have
Apart from the ovals.
Correct. Yeah, iRacing, we just don't think like that.
Like man?
Oh. That's low wing GT3s for you. John's saying that's on half Darson.
John, please explain. I think he's being sarcastic.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Now that I read it, I'm like, yeah, actually, you know what? That was a game?
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the incident, it's surprising how Delatraz died from that, though.
Yeah, it's almost as though they let off the brake after the incident, after the impact.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not how you get 9K. Like, it's Le Mans. You've done 15 minutes of 3 hours. You've shown you're quick. Even if you only pass one person every 20 minutes, this race is yours.
Sure.
You're absolutely fine. So you've got to be a tad smarter than that.
So Og can take NHR, took the tow and took a fast pair. They're back out, and Delatraz Automotive Majors Garage are out as well. So they will likely battle each other later on in the race as well. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Project Synced Motor Racing Team. Project Synced Racing Team. Apologies.
Sorry, they won't be battling. There is no way that Delatraz doesn't get a hefty penalty. It is not a drive-through. I'm not the steward, but that was dumb, a really dumb move. And it killed someone, so I don't see how it's a drive-through.
Sure.
So they'll be battling themselves. A lap down.
Running on board with Orbit Drop Bear Neptune. They've maintained their 5th place spot, but they've just set the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, they've been really good all season, like good qualifyings. Yeah, a good all-round team. Been good to watch.
Thank you to Ian for another super chat. Where are the Mario Kart power-ups? for Arashi.
If you keep paying like this, we do have a service.
Honestly, Ian, we'll just stream your car if you like. You know, I know everyone else is paying an entry fee and whatever, but like, we're fickle, so here they are, our favourite team. We're in 14th place right now.
Oh, they know a good line through there. As long as that's not a slowdown, then he's mastered that line, because that's the one where the pros can really... It looks odd how much they cut. When you try it, it's so difficult to do. Yeah, that's an important one to master. Okay, so let's break it down. Delta V leading the way in GTP ahead of Cyrenek, who's still in draft, and the Effect 177 still in draft. Then P4 is out of draft, so top 3 breakaway there. LMP2, we have Tom Griggs in the Effect 201 car with Alpha Esports. Following closely behind, looks like strategic. And they've gapped away almost by 3 seconds the Effect 208 car, who has Team WR for company. In GTD, Manatee Racing Green have pulled away their own draft. 1.3 seconds, looks like they can complete control of the race there. King Racing, E2, 1.3 back. And then Rom Racing, a whopping 9.5, 8.1 seconds off King Racing, which is a bit of a surprise. The top 5 GT3, it's very messy in the top 6 for GT3. Further back is close with, yeah, P6 all the way back to P11, but, yeah. So you have raced this track?
Yeah, I did the first Le Mans 24 Hours.
Oh, wow.
We did quite well, actually. I think we finished 3rd or 4th, not thanks to me. I think I was awful at the start, and then I woke up the next day and we were in the lead fight.
Excellent.
Going to the pits. Is that a penalty for iLivery's Vibe Esports?
It is Vibe, yeah. The Vibe penalty came not long after the V3 of his penalty.
So yeah, a couple of drive-throughs so far. One for VPS Racing Esports and one for iLivery's Vibe
Maka
Esports.
versus Maka here. Unwall under braking. Can they keep it civil? Yep. Avoid the slowdown. Check. Now the Ford's like, okay, if you guys want to play, I have invite. Here I come. I love the Ford. That's going to be my car next season. Pending the Aston Martin be an absolute giga. Pending they don't nerf the Ford, which they will. Pending the new BMW physics model. So I'll be in an Aston or BMW. What a shame, though, after saying all that about the Ford. Yeah, I think the Ford will be the hardest hit car for next season.
You doing Indy tomorrow?
No. Doing the other game.
Sure. What are you doing on that game? What circuit's that?
The Kota 6L. The second,
of course,
the second special, yeah.
Comes a move then for Zekro Esports to move up into P6.
He gave that up. Just a little tight. I do love Indy though. It's an excellent track. Excellent track. So much better than the original. Whereas there's not many rescans that I've preferred, to be honest. I think the Ford's going to have a go here.
Yeah, they're going to have to pop out eventually. It's almost as though they're actually lifting behind. Or maybe bump drafting, I'm not quite sure. He's got a bit of a holder. Outside line is quite good into the chicane, but he's backed out of it. You need to be careful you don't take too much of that cone either, otherwise you'll get a slowdown.
Oh, got some traffic at last.
Ian Sherman saying, no. Something happened to Arashi Racing Team.
We are looking. Oh, yeah, he's straddled the curb.
Okay,
That's
you can
okay.
get away with that.
Yeah. Unless netcode decides in 3 seconds the front falls off. Yeah, so with low wing, especially low wing GT3s, where we usually ride curves, the problem is you've got no rear. Thanks for the example there, Lockhart. You have no rear when you've got no wing as well, so Yeah, when you bottom out and turn in the opposite direction to the car's momentum, becomes very difficult to save.
So that was Orbit Drop Bear Saturn, who remains in P9 despite that spin, but now a long way off Altitude 3M Esports 112. And of course, the Altitude 3M Esports 112, that was the 212 because they were an LMP2 before this round, but have changed up. Lucas H-Burger, now enough for power-ups or a better grid position. Honestly, Lucas, you're not far off. Like, you know,
it's been a long time since we checked the bribe spreadsheet, but it must be close.
Yeah, we don't disclose it because we tend to think, you know.
Right, here we go. Here's where it gets messy. Porsche curves, multi-class. It can be done civilly. Okay, it's just waiting. Just blow around the outside here. Go, go, go.
I would enjoy if we had more marble build-up on iRacing. I feel like...
You're kidding, aren't you? Do you mean debris? Or are you talking about actual marbles?
Like actual marbles.
Okay.
Debris
out of hand, right?
Sure.
It's so
but I feel like even now, like if you go offline, do you lose enough grip late on in an endurance race?
No,
or
fair.
Should it be more treacherous?
Fair. We don't model the greenness of the surf. Oh, what a yeah, I agree. We have a racing line, nice like in the wet, you know, the line that evolves, but we don't have that so much in the dry, like the line that's less used being less grippy. The debris out of hand, mate. If you watch a Transformers movie where they come down aliens and they blow up buildings and the streets are all like on fire and the cars are on fire, there's still less debris on that road than, say, Road America 2 laps in.
Sure, yeah.
And like...
But it's realistic, right? The reason, if they took those same lines, it's because in iRacing we can clip the gravel every time. They're not doing that in real life. But if you had 50 real-life cars clipping the gravel, you would have a sand pit, right?
I don't know. I don't think so, not like that. Because you have to run out of sand at some point, right?
Sure, yeah.
Whereas iRacing's decided to keep kicking up sand for all of time. Push.
Ooh.
Yeah, push.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Push, 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 push. Hopefully he gets through, compromise the other guy's line. No, you bet on the wrong car, mate. That's a good exit.
This is Zekro Esports ahead of Delta V Racing 358 and Cube Controls report to Corse. Cube Controls report to Corse.
The Effect 201 and Alpha Esports are almost working together. In that sense, I mean, they're being smart. Nothing stupid. They've pulled out almost a 5-second gap now. It looks like they're just logging their laps, probably battling on who can save the most fuel, if there's a tyre strat to be had, which I don't think there is in this game ever. For the 6 hours cut, mate, we have, like, it's like you've got front left goes on this stint, then stint after your lefts from the other one go on to the right. Right, it's insane. Insane. More traffic. The one thing I would like to see, Le Mans, Nordschleife, more cars in iRacing.
Do we need it at Le Mans necessarily?
I don't think so still.
But yeah, no, I mean, imagine 120 cars at Nords.
Yeah, 90 to 120, yeah, not 35 to 45.
So Zekro are holding on in that P6 position. Still Manatee Racing Green leading the way in the GTDs, and they're breaking the draft as well to King Racing. King Racing started on pole, and they've really dropped the rest of the field. Rom Racing now a distant third, some 12 seconds back from the P2 drivers. And then we've got Altitude 3M Esports in 388, who started out the season so strong. Really looked like they could be challenging Manatee. Have just fallen away a little bit, had an underwhelming Hockenheim round, and they are doing decently today, 4th position, but their qualifying was underwhelming. Adam Watson in the car. And then, of course, we've got this highest gainer in the entire field, Alpha Esports Blue, Jake Shuri. Great drive from him so far, running up in 5th.
What did we get a protest or steward's decision on the?
It had not been protested the last time I looked. It has now been protested. Stop and go, 30 seconds.
Called it.
Sorry to the steward for preempting that one if they are watching along. But yeah, I think that's fair.
Well, the reason I figured it would be more is because there was a murder, death, kill involved.
Yeah.
It wasn't a simple case of, you know.
Does it? I'm playing devil's advocate here, but seeing that he crashed as well.
No.
Should that be because he's lost a lap?
You don't kill someone and say, but I hurt my arm.
I don't actually believe what I'm saying here, but what I'm saying is,
No.
like, if he hadn't have died himself, should he have got a 1 lap penalty plus the 30-second stop and hold? Because that's what he's lost in this situation, right? No. So what's
it ain't
fair?
about him. It's all about what we can do to give everyone else a gain from his mistake. He needs to be in a more compromised position to lose pace. How you hurt yourself shouldn't. I get what you're saying, but no.
SDK esports with no pace down the straight, so I guess with a slowdown, track extended onto the Mulsanne straight.
John said, Sam, never be a steward, please. Oof.
John, I'm just playing devil's advocate here, you know? Like, there's no... I don't actually
push,
get those seconds.
Push. Yeah, otherwise you're in trouble.
So yeah, that was a great move there from Cube Controls for Porto Cosse. If it was a good move. It seemed like he maybe was a bit hesitant with the turning. And it's very much left the Delta V car vulnerable. But they are gaining time down this straight. They've gained about 4/10 by bump drafting.
Yeah, exactly. This is where knowing Le Mans and being smart. Risking everything mid-corner for a meatball that's not Le Mans. Draft is like, yeah, you battle too much and you create a 2-second gap in front of who you're battling. That's not how you race Le Mans at all.
Do you think people are, as we've got alongside here, not for long, Astral Tour Esports getting ahead of Melanzani after an earlier off, I think at this corner. Do you think people are getting smarter on iRacing?
No, sorry. Sorry, I was meant to think about that.
No, because I would say in our leagues, race starts have got better over the last few years. Like GT3 Trophy, we don't have as many issues on that one, whereas before it was just inevitable that we were going to have a pile-up. So do you think people are maybe a bit more sensible now, where they're a bit more like, well, you know what, actually, there's no point in me fighting this.
Oh, something's happened to the Effect 17s.
Oh, they're both in the pits. So our pit stops in the GT. That's very early, though.
They're all in. Wait, someone's not in. The Effect 177 and the Orbit Bend dropped the Neptune car. That's why the position swapped around so much.
So Effect Simulations 177, I think they were running in P3, right? And so that's worked well. And to be fair, the Neptune cars really stayed with them as well. And this could pay dividends later on. The others going for a 5-stop strategy, I guess. These guys maybe got a chance at a 4-stop.
iRacing's races are getting shorter and shorter, setups are getting more and more fixed, racing are getting more and more repetitive, so it's more about I send now, if things go wrong, I race again in 20 minutes and get it back, sort of.
Sure.
Longer race formats, like the ways of ESS is dead. IMSA participation's never been as low as it has. Yeah, sure, it's good because of Indy right now, but they will stop racing after Indy 6 is done.
Well, of course, if people want to get out of the officials, they can sign up for any of the Apex Racing League series.
Yeah, leagues are different because there's that friendship that you build.
Camaraderie.
Yeah. Why am I trying to pick words I can't say? Yeah, you build a little mini community, you know, people come back year after year, season after season. You start building respect for your fellow opponents, and I think that's what people love about leagues. Flashy, flashy.
So all our LMP2s are pitting now Effect Simulations 201, the leaders after the first stint. No changes in the top 4 so far in the LMP2s.
Is our pizza here soon?
So?
Is our pizza here soon?
I'm getting hungry.
So Delta V, Racing and GTP are on split strategies.
So I think so if you go 35, then 1 out of 10, then 1 out of 45, then 2 hours. How does maths work?
What is it? What I haven't been keeping up with what you're doing.
2 hours 20. Okay, so they can force stop. They can force stop. It is possible. But they'll have to do a couple of really long stints.
I just get ChatGPT to do all my strats now.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, you just say, I've got this many laps, this lap time, what should I do? And it's like, yeah, do this. I'm like, sweet.
Sure.
How many litres? And then sometimes it lies.
Okay. It lies, doesn't just go wrong, it lies. It actively says the wrong thing deliberately to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think a force stop is possible, but they are going to have to fuel save a lot. I mean, it seems like 9 laps is natural. They've done 10 laps. I think they're going to have to do a couple of 11 lap stints. But we'll see if they can do it. And of course, that one was a tough one because they had to do the formation lap as well, so it might be a bit easier. Same time, the track temperature will probably get lower, and so grip will increase and the fuel consumption might increase towards the end of this race, which will be ending around sunset, I believe. It'll be looking very picturesque.
So looking at those gaps since the pit, what's happened to Alpha Esports during the pit phase?
Oh yeah, they've lost out to Team DWR.
DWR just short
less,
fueled, yeah, a lot less fuel. And Alpha Esports took the most. Well, no, it's hard to say because I think Effect are trying something and Team DWR are trying something, and then the remainder of the teams just max fueled it. Alpha Esports, Alcatech, Fury, Project Sync, Dare Kinetics, and VPS. Toto Buzz Strats. I was talking about Paul the other day. You know, obviously he was a very good driver, but he's a great crew chief.
Yeah.
So I think retirement announcement on Instagram soon.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Do you think you would ever? Do you think you'd be good in that role, in terms of crew chief?
Yeah,
strategy?
I would. I've always enjoyed that side of it. Yeah, it's just something I enjoy, so I better be good at it if I enjoy it.
Simtech Motorsport LMDH just got past Effect Simulations 1 and that's because Effect are on cold tyres. So they have actually lost that position Effect, but by going the extra lap in that first stint, it does give them the opportunity at least to go for a four-stop strategy, which would save them a pit stop in comparison to everyone else. I'm not sure if they're actually going to do it, but it gives them the option at this early stage.
Yep. LMP2, GTP, Cyranak.
Managing to hold on to that one.
Just looking up and down the order where the battles might be. I'm not Paul, you've got this, mate. Absolutely cooking time.
Paul, are you... No, he's in the wrong car. Can you tell us what strategy the GTP team is doing? Can you tell us if they're saving a pit stop? Much appreciated. Zekor Esports are going to get past Delta V Racing 358. And then they go. So that is... Now, they're actually reclaiming that position. So they're back up into 6th place, but this battle has been very close throughout the race. AstroTour Esports are coming back at them as well after their earlier incident. And actually, Delta V is moving back past Zekor. Apologies. Yeah. I can't remember which way around they were, but they're ahead. Delta V Racing 358 ahead of Zekor Esports with that slight slowdown. Paul unfortunately does not know what their strategy is. So
I also could have assured you he wouldn't have told you had he been.
I didn't. I think these people who do strategy, I think they quite like showing off. I think they're quite like, yeah, well, Yeah, we've nailed the strategy. What can I say? You know, I told them what the right thing to do. Not afraid to say it.
Adam Watson here, staring at Rennsport. Adam up 3 positions already. Also, we can't forget Adam's, talking of strat, Monza race. We pulled 50 seconds on everyone by that 15.
Yeah.
It's raining, everyone starts on wets. Adam's like, nah.
It was basically just the altitude guys, wasn't it? The altitude and the architect guys, I think, nailed it.
Yeah, but the architects just had trouble in 1 and the first lap, which all Adam did was just make himself really wide and really slow.
That was incredible in terms of how wrong we were throughout the first 25 minutes of that race. It was really impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we spent 45 minutes of that saying, I know it's bone dry now, but it will rain in 2 minutes, so they should put on the wet tyres if they're pit.
Yeah, I mean, Adam was right. He won the race and he was right, but my God, like that level of spray and a GT3, sometimes it's a little bit out of control if you die or not, because, I mean, you saw it. Adam's braking, he's squirming, your chance of being taken out by a GT3 who doesn't even want to take you out is, I mean, you are rolling the dice.
And he held on to the lead as well. Like,
yeah.
He never lost the lead, which helps it was Monza. Obviously, if you can do that with the advantage on the straights that the dry tyres have, it is a lot easier at Monza.
Yeah.
But it was still vain because they didn't even let them past it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you get Adam to do that 10 times, there'll be 3 occasions where he proper dies. Proper dies. But no, kudos to him. It was excellent. I've been on both sides, literally both sides of that. I've made the right call and destroyed the field. I've made the wrong call and looked like an absolute idiot.
Sure.
And that's what all this weather does in officials.
Archie Coveney for RD Simsport, getting past Mika MA70 Esports. And Simtech Motorsport have got past Orbit Drop at Neptune. So I sort of missed just how many places that car gained in the pit stop sequence. They did so well because the Neptune car jumped the Effect car. They were behind before, but then they got ahead. I'm not quite sure how they did that, and they got ahead of Simtech as well, but they have now lost that.
Yeah, we can't see maybe you missed. No, didn't miss the box because of fuel. I'm not sure.
Simtech had a very bad. Oh no, sorry, I'm being thick. Ignore me.
It could have been the outlap. Cold tyres out of Le Mans. There's actually nothing harder. Those first left and rights with no tyre temp, heavy fuel, and it's horrible. Rewarding, unless you die. And it's the opposite of rewarding. Because your teammates usually, like 3 seconds, I said to you, cold tyres, and you're like, yep, and then whoop.
Yeah, I know. It's been a season.
And then bam, second corner, you're in the wall. And that teammate isn't saying anything, and you're thinking, oh, shouldn't have been rude.
Ian in chat with the another $2, €2? What is that? €2. Saying, how about you guys give us the rocket power up? Unfortunately, I don't have that enabled today, Ian, but I'll make sure to. Really, the only thing we can do is give everyone else a black flag. So if you just send me a PM or something on Discord, then we can organise sorting that out. Altitude VM Esports 388 have been right on the tail of Run Racing for a little while now. They were 10th faster on that last lap, so they're not way faster. And they're not going to go for the move. They're just bump drafting, saving a little bit of fuel.
Yeah, they've got a big gap to Alpha Esports Blue behind. And they're way out of the fight for King and Manatee. Way out of the fight.
Delta V might lose a place here, but no, it's just getting close once again. Carbon copy of what we saw before. No, credit to King though, and Cameron Pratt Thompson, for delivering the best pace we've seen him produced this season. They were up in second place at Spa, but largely due to a lot of incidents happening in front of them. I think in terms of pace, they're probably only 4th or 5th fastest, but today they've been easily second fastest and kept Manatee on their toes. As Altitude 3M Esports 388 do move past Rom Racing, so they're up into 3rd place, and maybe Adam Watson can set charge, chasing down the top 2. It'll be a tall order. He's 14 seconds behind now.
Yeah, it's had a good season, has Adam. Been a very strong driver, and obviously really impressed with that Monza race. So just glancing at the orders in GTP, Delta V still leading the way with Sunak and Simtech behind. They're up 1 position. And in P3, after the pit stop phase, all but drop bear Neptune with Connor Nixon up into 3rd. In LMP2, still Tom, still the Effect 201 car with a 2.7 gap. Slightly different pit strat to most of the teams. Team TWR, who really moved up through the pit phase, but they have their pit strats quite obvious because they put in the least by a long shot. But they jumped the Alpha Esports team, who, yeah, you still can't rule out, looking very quick. In GTD, Patrick Kessel, Manatee Racing, stretching his legs. It's up to 3.6 seconds now to King Racing. And then behind King Racing's where the big gap, who we just saw Adam Watson and the Martin Varga battle. As into the pits comes Team Linear Ultima. Is that scheduled 44 minutes? I don't know what the fuel limit is in GT3, but...
so it's 90%. So
oh, okay.
That's actually about right?
Yeah, okay.
It's probably what, like 55 minutes on a tank of fuel?
It's still a bit early.
Yeah.
And it is vitally important around here.
Zekro Esports past Delta V358. There you go. I feel like these guys have switched places actually a lot of times, to be fair. It's maybe not the most imperative news that will be delivered to you today, but they're still very close, is what we can establish. Ian asking what the rules are on bribery. Well, the point of bribery is to move around the rules. So, yeah, just contact me, Ian. Delta V Racing 314 past Melanzani Racing. Of course, still coming back after that spin before they even started lap 1 of the race. But they are back up into P9 now, 32 seconds off the lead. Only 3 seconds behind the guys who we were just watching. There they are, so they have just cleared Melanzani 302. Next up will be Astatel Esports, who actually dropped to the back themselves due to a spin at Molstein Corner. So, yeah, right now, Zekrul and Delta V can sort of battle each other, but they are going to have 2 very quick drivers catching up to them towards the end of this opening stint. And so they're going to have to keep an eye on that. A little bit wide for Dan Jukea. On the Romanian drivers, of course, we've got Walk Racing, who are not taking part tonight, but have taken part in a lot of our previous ARL series. Always have a very strong Romanian contingent, but Dan Jukea waving the Zekrul Esports flag today.
Ron Racing will do wise just to hang with Adam. It's a nice gap, them two can work together. I'm going to be interested to see how the LMP2 field shakes out. Alpha lost more than just their relative pit stop. Not a lot more, but they've clawed it back.
Yeah, they did have the longest pit stop of anyone, but that maybe indicates that maybe they were using more fuel than everyone else, right? So they had to put more fuel in to top up the tank.
Loads of teams did 36 highs, they did 35. I think it's just they maxed their fuel, yeah.
Yeah, the teams around them managing to get a little bit less, 29 seconds for DWR, but that could have been an underfuel. Manatee Racing Green are in from the lead of the GTDs. Let's see if anyone else can go longer. It's not really that important in the GTDs because everyone is going to be on a 3-stop. They're going to pit at, say, 45 minutes, 1 minute, 1 hour 30, and then 2 hours 15. So there's not really much advantage in going the extra lap. No one's going to be able to do a 2-stop. But it might give you some more options later on. Everyone is coming in. I'm not seeing anyone being able to do the extra lap.
league race here not a couple months back, quite recently, and it was a limited fuel to stop anyone no stopping. Obviously, I took that as a challenge, so I did no stop it. But
someone's come into the pits a bit awkward. Who's that? I have no idea who that is. That we might be able to find.
Are they going to have to reverse? Can we watch that
It's
car?
Racing. It looks like they're in.
Yeah, but why would you do that? Like,
I guess they
look, his wheel.
didn't
Max.
see their pit stall. That's the way that they're going in Formula 1 though, right? Because the way that they park it in now, they are pointing towards the pit garage.
Yeah, but that's exacerbated. He's long, isn't he? Nope.
What does LMU do much with the pit garages? Because obviously,
Yeah, you leave from the pit garage, you actually have to pull out of the garage. But
is
then,
there any decorations in the pit garage when
Not
you're in
really.
this situation?
not really, but you have the jack guy that spins your car around when you pit and stuff. And as a contact model, you can't touch anyone.
Yes. I don't mind that we don't have that. I think
It's so difficult to get used to, mate.
it will take 2 years. If they change that on iRacing, it will take 2 years for us to get used to it without just side slamming someone in the pit lane. This is what happens when you go to ovals. It's very confusing. That was Astrotool Esports losing out to Delta V314, who made their pit stop. Well, they did just pit, so that's a good move there from the 314. Much more confidence on cold tyres. Racing getting past Altitude 3M Esports 388. Or is this more of an overtake the other way around? No, I think this is a proper overtake from Racing. They are ahead up into P3.
Oh, it's Jonathan Walker in the car, so there is a driver swap, so that's why you're seeing the adaptation of... yeah, it's not just cold tyres, but a cold driver. Is he going to push? No, he's broken out straight away. This is Salvatore on Jake Cherry, the Alpha Esports Blue driver.
Yeah, straight past. I'll say not straight past. Still ahead. So I meant for Alpha Esports Blue.
Nope. Traffic inbound. Slightly. Bonk. Oh! How did Alpha get that so wrong? Must have been a little moment at the mid-corner there that we missed, because, yeah, fully ahead on exit. God, that Alpha car's quick in a straight line though. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think the BMW got a bit sand trapped there, but that BMW is fast and straight. If it gets pushed from the McLaren, they got LMP2 pace. Yeah, that BMW is quick.
Easy.
Or was he letting him back by? Did he feel like it was a... Yeah, I think he felt maybe it was a bit naughty. Oh!
Oh. Blimey.
That's so Verstappen, isn't it? I'll give you it back, but I'm going to lob you. Bonk. Yeah, so I think what we're seeing here, Jake is very slow, mid and off corner. Very, very low wing, but so quick in a straight line. Because that Ford's been all over him mid-corner on an exit, but then he does not touch him. Yeah, be wise to push this Ford. No hope of passing that BMW otherwise.
And now behind us, Delta V Racing have joined this pack. So it's 4 cars separated by less than a second. Look at the speed for the Stag. And he's straight around the outside. That was LMP2-esque. The way that he was just able to drive straight round. And I think your hypothesis about the setup on that BMW is absolutely correct. But it's worked badly for Jake Shuri. He's now down 3 places in a corner in a straight. He didn't really do that much wrong. I don't think he picked up a slowdown. Maybe he went slightly beyond the track limits on the exit of the Porsche curves. I don't think he did. He was just really struggling with the cold tyres. And that's an awful lap for Jake, but you know that he can stay close. But heading onto the Marsani, he'll be able to come back at these guys.
Every time we cut to Jake, he's really struggling mid and exit, really struggling. So maybe they're just gone a little bit aggressive with the set, or they forgot to change their tyres. I don't know which. I'm not sure. He certainly wasn't struggling. Well, God forbid they change like 3 tyres or something. Yeah, I told you about the time I changed 9 tyres on my team. 9.
Yeah.
In a special event, mate. I lost it, mate. I actually lost it.
Did you? I think you told me this before, but did you like not think that they'd changed or something?
Exactly. I had set it all up. Everything was done, and then sort of like it's been a long race. I zoned out and I looked. I didn't tick twice. I ticked them, and as I ticked them, I realised something was wrong. And then my mark was like, "It's already been done." So I went to untick, start unticking them as it cleared. So that's why there was 9, because I went to click the top left one as it unticked, so I reticked it.
Sure.
So we got 9.
Wow.
Yeah, 9 tyres. Not my finest moment.
This is Echo Esports, watching Alpha Esports Blue get past Delta V Racing 35H just behind them. Shout out to one of the sponsors of the series, by the way, Apex Racing Academy. The new iRacing season is coming up very soon. We're just a week and a half away from week 1, and so there's no better time to get an Apex Racing Academy subscription. It'll give you access to setups for all of these cars, plus, of course, the new Aston Martin GT3 and the Ford Mustang GT4. And so it's a really good time to get a subscription. So do check out apexracingac.com if you're looking to get setups. It's very generously priced, and you can get access to 50 plus cars, which is really all you need, covering almost all the official series. Or the open official series, I should say. Melanzani just behind these guys. A little bit under pressure from Delta V314, but wasn't able to change. Like the 314 fell back a little bit, I want to say. But there they are, V10. Paid too much attention to our other classes recently, so it's still Delta V Racing 125 leading the way, 4.5 seconds ahead of Simtech. It's all to play for still. Orbit and Effect Simulations 177 in 3rd and 4th have a slight advantage on fuel. They might be doing 1 less stop than everyone else. We're not sure, but it's possible. We will have a better idea when they next pit.
When the checkered flies.
When the checkered flies, we will be confident how many pit stops they've made.
Flashy, flash, 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 I'm coming.
Ooh. It's a little bit of a dull day at Le Mans today. It's a bit overcast. It's not very good looking, honestly. It's a bit of a shame. No rain, though.
Adam sent the new BMW M4 GT3 over as a welcome sight. Yeah, I was pleased to hear they're redoing the physics and everything. Oh, we got ourselves a gaggle.
Oh, who was that? We just heard some contact.
Yeah, was that
that Delta hitting us?
I think Delta tapped Alpha, yeah. If I had to guess. It really gaggled up. Jonathan Walker found his confidence. He's going to start fighting Ron. Jonathan's Mr. Freeham.
Sure.
Himself. It's a little bit of damage there from the bump he gave Ron. Right, what's the Macca going to do? The white Macca. Yeah. Is he going to push Jonathan? Yep.
Oh.
He lifted. Why no pushing? Why no pushing? Got to push at Le Mans.
He's opening a little one there. Oh, it's worked out. Getting into place. Oh, yep, they all get stopped.
I do the full speed ran. Because
Yeah.
then you always use the excuse, oh, sorry, I was bump driving you.
Yeah, it was good intentions.
It was mid-corner. Yeah, I know, but I thought you needed speed. No, you got to push in this game. It's protestable in LMU.
Oh, yeah?
Because in WEC, in real life, same thing. There's no bump drafting. So.
Yeah, it's banned in a lot of motorsport. I remember when I was doing karting when I was much younger, they banned it there as well. And that was, of course, big in karting because that's all it was.
Wait, something happened to altitude there?
Yeah, slow down for altitude, maybe. Mika, sorry. So altitude past Mika now. Once again, doing really well are the 1-1-2 squad. They only changed the GTP yesterday, or 2 days ago. It was a bit of a late change, so they've really adapted well to that car. Lead in the LMP2s, by the way, is Effect Simulations 201. That has been the case for the entire race. 3 seconds back then to Team DWR, who gained a couple of places in the pit stops by taking less fuel. We're not sure if that means that they're going to have to pit earlier for their next stop. Ah, there you go. They have. So that works well. So they did under fuel. So really, they're probably in 4th. Alpha Esports will move back up into 2nd place now, and Effect Simulations 208 will move into 3rd. Unfortunately, Delachez, who have been the other big hitter in the LMP2 class, not just this season, but all the seasons in Apex Racing League Endurance, had a collision, which was 100% their fault earlier on, and they are out of the contention. Whoa, that was very, very lucky that didn't go worse, with Altitude losing out again, this time to Delta V Racing.
Here we go.
Oof.
I'm confused. Where was Jonathan Walker like a lap ago?
He was ahead of all these drivers. I think he was at the head of that train.
Yeah,
I think he was 5th.
Yeah. So slow down, do we think?
I don't know. He's well. You can see how far he's dropped off now.
Because he was almost like 4 positions higher.
Yeah, Walker in name, Walker by nature right now for Jonathan. And he might lose out to Delta V with 314 soon because they're only a second behind.
Yeah, the surprise is because he was attacking. Looked like he was going to pass, and now he's behind them all, so...
Yeah, but on the other side, but Alpha Esports Blue, they lost 3 places in 1 lap about 10 minutes ago. And then since then, they've stormed their way back through. It's a little bit of an unusual one in terms of people going forwards and back.
We're here in Bolker Racing. Oliver Pettersson's had a wheel disconnect, which is the worst feeling.
John asking, when's the next ARL prototype season? I feel like John won the last amateur championship in the LMP2s, but I could be wrong. Please correct me on that one, John. I could be very incorrect on that. But
it usually comes after this series, isn't it? Usually.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have one before the end of the year, is the hope. Of course, Race Data AI, sponsored the last race, gave 250 quid to each of the champions, which was really cool. So hopefully they'll be back on board as well. Thanks to them for their support last season. Also gave away a lot of subscriptions to their driver tuition service.
Have you thought about ripping off ELMS before LMU can do it? Because we have the cars, right? LMP2, LMP3, GT3s. The only problem is we don't have an unrestricted LMP2. But
sure.
TLMS.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a bit weird though. Like, no one's used to it in iRacing.
Sure.
And as I say, the LMP2, it needs to be a bit quicker.
So was it, so it's LMP2, LMP3, GT3?
Yeah,
so, yeah.
That's... But remember, the GT3s in WEC are in the LMS are slower, and the LMP2 is fully unrestricted.
Yeah.
So those gaps, they go lower at the bottom and higher at the top, whereas in iRacing, they're all a bit, a bit closer.
I just find the LMP3 just a bit redundant in iRacing, just because I think the LMP2 is so easy to drive. Like, it's the car that I feel like I can jump into and straight away be decent in.
Sure.
And considering the LMP3 is less powerful, I don't really need...
Okay, so Tom in and Frank in, both the effect cars, 201 and 208. As you suspected, doing something with their fuel. Alpha Esports going a lap longer.
Yeah, because they only did 8 laps in that stint. They did 9 laps in the first stint, but they only did 8 laps in that stint, so...
Yeah, it was definitely deliberate. Daniel Riley saying, just joined, where's the DWR LMP2? There are P8, down 4 positions. Let me just look.
They've made 2 pit stops, though.
Yes, they've made their second pit. Lap 16, so yeah.
So they were running as high as 2nd place a few minutes ago. I think they'll be 4th. Maybe best. They might be up to 3rd. We'll see where they come out when all the pit stops are done. But
you joined at a good time. We're about to find out where they'll be this lap.
Well, yes. Yeah, at the end of the next lap, because we've still got Alpha Alcantech to pit. Well, Alpha's the big one, really.
Okay, 3 teams have gone. Well, Orbit dropped there in effect 177 in GTP. We don't expect it anytime soon.
Oh, this is going to be close between 208 and VPS. Or maybe not. Well, they're on cold tyres now, though, is Frank Smith's. But there is the... that is a swap for position, then. Oh, sorry, not VPS. I meant... I don't know what I meant. The DWR is what I meant, I think. They're still miles behind, though, aren't they? Why are they that far behind?
Yeah, I'm not sure. What's their last lap time? It was comparable to Frank's. Frank Smith's on his last lap. I am looking.
We might have a replay of what's happened here. No, this is something else. So this is Delta V Racing 118. Ooh, car head spinning. And that's how they got past, I think, their teammates. The 125 car. Of course, they are on different strategies. The 125 has already pitted. But that could be problematic because the 125 was leading before. So that's dropped their gap now to 3.5 seconds now to Simtech, who have also pitted for their second pit stop.
DWR lost over a second in Sector 3 and about 8/10 in Sector 5, but I can't find anything significant as to why they were. I think they're effective P3 right now. We'll see how the pits play out, but I think they're P3. Manatee with Patrick Kessel absolutely cooking at the moment. Almost a 10-second lead, so he's really stretching his legs now.
Back with this guy. I wonder how many times these guys have actually changed places. I reckon it's probably 9 or 10. And neither of them can pull away. Alpha Esports will just blitz past. I mean, if these guys don't pull a gap out of not into Mulsanne, I think Jake Shaw will be at the head of this train heading into Indianapolis. We'll just storm past both of them on the hot shoulder.
Yeah, he's made his fair share of mistakes this stint, though, as Jake. But yeah, he's got the right trim if he can, just keep it a bit more stable. That Ford has draft.
Are they going to help each other out?
Would be wise to.
A little bit.
Still catching is Jake.
Drop Bear Satsa now into the pits from GTP, so they're not going to go for the 4-stop strategy. We've still got hope, though, that the Neptune, Drop Bear, Neptune, and Effect Simulations 177 might do. They're now on lap 20, so they're going for another 10-lap stint. They need to go 11 laps, though, really, in order to make the 4-stop work. Alpha Esports out the pits, and that means that the Effect Simulations 201 retakes the lead in the LMP2 class.
Yeah, that's quite a gap they've built up. I think it's going to be almost 6 seconds, if I had to guess.
And will, of course, now pull away with the cold tyres, I guess, as well. And Team DWR have gone from 2nd down to 4th in that pit stop sequence. So I think it was a poor outlap for Jan Hilden. I feel like only just got in the car, am I right in saying?
Yeah, he lost 7, 8 seconds.
Because, yeah, he was, he's now 6.5 seconds behind Effect. Effect might be past Alpha Esports very soon as well, because Alpha are struggling on the cold tyres and Effect have moved past. So it's an Effect simulations 1-2 now in the LMP2 category, which I don't think has been the case so far this season. There's Alpha in 3rd, still right in play.
Yeah, very in
with those
play.
cold tyres. And of course they have gone an extra lap of fuel as well, so they will have to take less fuel before the end of the race.
Yeah, like you say, Alpha's got those colder boots at the moment.
How many crew tests do you think there have been so far?
7.
4.
Oh, wow.
3 of them penalties, 1 of them a warning. Haven't had a one for a while. The last one was the...
how many times do we see this? And is that our...
That's the 2nd time that team have made that mistake, right?
No, it was a different team. That.
Sure. Oh, was it Raced Record before?
Like same mistake from the Arashi team, though. Same mistake. Bottoming on the curb and throttling while steering. Kessel having a very quiet day. Unless his teammate's blind, I think they've got this wrapped up.
Yeah, King Racing have fallen back a little bit in recent times. Gap was hovering around 5 seconds for a while, but it's up to 10. Their pace certainly hasn't got worse because they're still pulling away from Rom Racing.
Patrick is quick, mate. Patrick is very quick. Let's go Miramika in chat. Okay, Orbit drop bear heading out of the pits.
Okay, so they only went for another 10 laps. So yeah, they're not doing one less stop than everyone else. They're doing 5 stops. I think. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible. You need to average 36 minutes per stint, I think, to make it work. And they've so far averaged 35 minutes per stint. As here was Lockhart Brownlee locking up.
Very good.
Into the corner.
I'm obviously tired because that actually made me laugh. I feel sure.
It was a bit too obvious, wasn't it? Really. I'm sure if I didn't say it, you would have said it.
Yeah. Look at the power from this BMW.
Jake Shuri up into 4th place now. He is what a crazy 25 minutes for Jake Shuri. He has gone from 4th to 8th, and then back up to 4th again.
Yeah, just a couple of mistakes. Okay, Effect Simulations 177 coming out of the pits. How many laps did he go?
10. 10 and 10. Drop their Neptune off the circuit.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know if it was something with the Effect team, if we could get a look at that. It was close. Was this the team that had just gone long? No, that was...
Yes, it was. Yes, it was, yeah. They were running really well. They were running, they had a shot at the podium. It's the Alpha Esports. Oh, they've lost it by themselves.
Yeah, he lost it on the corner before as well.
Is that Simtech who got involved?
If we go back a corner as well, I think, if it's possible, I think he was struggling anyway next to the LMP2.
And this is unlucky Serhanek.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Because he lost it last lap as well, so it's not just... He lost it at the end of the Porsche curves. And like, we can tell it's lap 2, but it's Le Mans. You've been driving for 5.5 minutes. It's not, you know, if that was Road Atlanta, you're on lap 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
So that's really strengthened Delta V Racing 125's hold of this race, because that's 2 of their main competitors.
Just does not look comfortable at all. Yeah, not at all.
Ended up having to tow back to the pits. They have the fastest lap as well to their name. Not going to count for anything though. They are now second to last. Daroa, unfortunately retiring earlier on. Andre Viella, the only driver who took part in this race. We've also got a retirement, of course, for Delitras Automotive Majors Garage. They killed another team and then got a 30-second stop and hold for it. And we've got one other retirement as well. It's one in each class. Racing Record Racing, Mike Mann, pulling to the side early.
What happened to Jonathan Walker? Altitude.
So Adam Watson was saying how the fallback is expected for us. Is that just because Jonathan's a little bit slower than you, Adam? Is that the logic behind that, or?
He's a good driver. Maybe it's just Le Mans. He's a very good driver. I've coached him like 4 times. He's solid as well.
Well, I feel like he was really holding his own against those drivers earlier on as well, wasn't
At one point, yeah, he was on the back of Varga? No, yes. But no, he's lost a few in the last lap, isn't he?
Yeah, he had a slowdown on that last lap as well. That's why his lap time isn't coming up. His last lap time at the bottom there. Low wing confidence. The Porsche, it isn't there. I think we might have some damage hindering top speed.
Okay, yeah.
Back as expected.
If you don't have confidence with low wing in GT3, especially in the Porsche curves, it's horrible. You're scared to brake more than 10%, you're scared to turn more than 10 degrees, and you sort of generate your downforce by speed and generating downforce, and that, if you don't have the confidence, then and you've got the low wing, it's horrible feeling. I've been there with a damaged GTE before, and yeah, did not enjoy myself. But when you're confident, you just lob it in, yeet the throttle, the car pushes down to the ground, generates a bit more downforce. The quicker you're going, the more you're generating. It's all lovely jubbly. Teammates here, the Delta V boys working together. Not too far off Zekirol Esports. Have we had any multi-class incidents? Not even in the Porsche curves, right? Nothing.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. And I feel like we've seen quite a lot of multi-class action. Like, I don't feel like the cars are quite as sparsely separated as I thought they would be. There's been plenty of opportunity, but no, the drivers have been well behaved. Like I said before, only 4 protests so far in the first hour 15 of this race. If you want to take part in the remaining rounds of the championship, you can sign up over at apexracingleague.com. You can also sign up for our Porsche Cup League. Entry's still open for that. That starts next Tuesday. And when I say next Tuesday, a lot of Europeans get confused. So next Tuesday means not this coming Tuesday, the closest Tuesday. It means the Tuesday after that. So you're about 10 days until the season starts. So just check out apexracingleague.com in order to register for that. Always a lot of fun whenever we cover the Porsche Cup Series.
It's one of the Premier Series, is that the right word to use? Of ARL, I suppose, Porsche Cup?
Yeah. I think one of the, it's probably the top sort of Porsche Cup League generally, I think, for the Europeans, besides the officially sanctioned Porsche Cup leagues. And of course, with no contenders going on, it's probably as competitive a Porsche Cup League as you can take part in at the moment. Mark saying in chat that he's very pleased to be in the GTP. You seem to be coping very well at the moment, Mark, so very impressed that you're running as high as a P6 right now. Not that far off the lead, only 29 seconds off the lead. Very impressive. And watching Dan Blackwell now storm his way through into the Porsche curves. Got a good mix of GTPs in the GTP class. We've got a Porsche leading the way, followed by a Ferrari, then a BMW. And then we've also got a Rogue Acura, Balka Racing, running in P10. Gone are the days of the Acura Cup, as it was for a good sort of 6 months. The Acura was the only GTP you could drive. Much better now. And just another shout out as well to another one of our sponsors, SDK Gaming, because they are the ones who provide our overlay. So you might be wondering, how does it look so good? It's just the WEC template on SDK Gaming, so there really isn't too much to it. You have to do quite a lot of work to get the logos to come up, as we have done. But generally, the layout is pretty much just from SDK Gaming. So we've got plenty of other templates as well from there, with a NASCAR overlay, F1 overlays, Super Formula overlay as well. So just check out sdk-gaming.co.uk and get yourself a subscription. Really is good for a heads-up display, and really, really good for broadcasting. So if that's something that you're interested in, SDK is definitely the way to go.
I did some NASCAR recently in the... I'm eNASCAR All-Star now.
Oh, really?
Yep, and I did...
When does that...
It started last on Tuesday. That's why I'm tired. Man.
Oh.
So difficult. What's happened here? This is Balka, right? Hopefully not another wheel disconnect. This is the same guy.
It is the same guy.
Nope.
Oh, well, you avoided the wall, which at one point was looking unlikely. That's a nice noise.
Yeah, it's so hard overall. This was a medium, not a full speed.
Do you know what circuit it was?
I'm drawing a blank.
Martinsville.
No, hold on. Texas.
Oh, Texas. Okay.
It was difficult.
So when you say full speed, you mean Daytona or Talladega?
Yeah. I don't know oval words. It wasn't one of them. It was where you actually needed technique.
Sure.
It was a lot of fun. We had like 6 or 7 NASCAR or truck guys and girls.
We hosted ARL NASCAR in the past. I feel like it was Texas, the one round that I won, I think.
Wow.
The 2 cars ahead of me crashed on the run to the line. And I drove through. I won from the pit lane. So that was a good day. Really enjoy doing a little bit of NASCAR.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was humbling though, because people who had like a step above, even though I'm following them and watching. And
was it fixed setup?
Yeah.
So you can claim that.
No, I lost on talent alone.
Yeah. Is it like the lines that they take, like constantly changing the lines to find the grip? Or?
Well, the dirt, the draft, the camber of the track, it's just a different science that we're not used to.
Sure.
Like,
how high did you have your force feedback?
I had my right forearm was numb.
Sure.
After the first race, I had the feature, I had to lower it. So I was like, I can't do a feature race. They did do a feature you'd like. They threw a random yellow near the end, and then it would be green, white, checkered.
Okay.
The resuming would be 2 wide, green, white, checkered. So it was just like, okay, guys, we've had fun. Let's do battle royale. Yellow's disabled. We've turned the cameras off. You know, there's no stewards now.
No, you can disable yellows.
Green, white, checkered, disabled. You finish.
Oh, so it's only 1 lap is a green, white checker, not a 2 laps. Oh, it's 2 laps. But surely if you crash with...
Well, there's just no... Yeah, you...
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe I'm not using the right term, but yeah, it was just...
No, yeah.
Good luck, guys. Yeah. Here we go. Thanks for the content. Very fun.
Of course, if you ever want any tips from a 2-time Indy 500 winner, just
well, I'm an
let me know.
eNASCAR All-Star as well, so we have a wealth of advice. No, we were in the ARCA cars though.
Oh, nice.
The new ARCA
Okay,
cars,
sure.
yeah. Yeah. Apparently the big boy machines are too big boy for us.
Are the ARCA cars basically the cup cars from 20 years ago?
I think so, but I don't know.
Sure. Because that's the one that we accidentally got. Where I think they scanned like a 2003 NASCAR. And I'm like, oh, this is the up-to-date ARCA car. Sweet. But now they are the proper ARCA cars. Alpha Esports Blue still holding on to P4. They're based on straight line speed. They're actually only 3 seconds off Run Racing. Run Racing sort of haven't been involved in this absolutely insane battle for 4th down to 8th position in this second stint. It's sort of just these 3 guys now fighting for that 4th place, but Roma haven't really been able to pull away despite not having to battle constantly, and so these guys do stop battling eventually. They might well have a shot catching up to those top 3 places. It's a little bit wide for Salvatore. Might actually have to defend against Zekor here. Zekor going to the inside, that would be a very ambitious move, but Salvatore comes into the pits anyway. Little bit early to come into the pits, but it's fine. He can get to the end of the race from here.
He was the shortest of field by a long way, 8 seconds, so this was a commitment.
So he'll be going pretty much 2 full stints now to get to the end of the race.
So this is the kind of track where, especially in this kind of format of 3 hour, if you have a teammate and there's enough fuel for you to skip a lap and still make it to the end, what you do is you just box a lap early with your teammate and you both come out and do a full lap, a full push, working together. Pushing, you know, you get all the benefits of draft and, yeah, all in clean air without all the gaggle fighting.
Just another check-in on the GTPs. Again, not too much going on at the moment. But Delta V Racing are leading the way. Simtech, of course, had that contact with Drop Bear Orbit, but their car looks all right. I mean, frankly, had they got steering damage from that, I would have not been surprised. But it looks like their car is fine. They might still take the faster pair at the next pit stop. I'm not quite sure. I mean, it might be worth leaving. I mean, they are championship contenders, and so it might just be better to sort of accept taking the 2nd or 3rd place rather than taking the faster pair and potentially having a worse incident later on, which rules you out the rest of the race.
It's a really tough call. I am usually one to waste it in a 3 hour or something like that, because I tell myself if I need it later on, my race is probably over. Like,
sure,
you know what I mean?
But counterpoint, those races aren't necessarily championships that you're fighting, whereas this is they want points.
Yeah. No, I get it. It depends, yeah. Depends how much time you're losing.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they'll see how many seconds of optionals they have to take. They'll certainly have some. And of course, yeah, Effect Simulations 177. With us, they're going slightly further on fuel, so we'll have a shot later on, and then RD and Mir Mika rounding out the top 5. Big shame for Drop Bear Neptune. They are out of the race now, Drop Bear Neptune after their crash. So big shame that Connor Nixon wasn't able to get back out there, because they had a shot at certainly a podium, maybe even challenging for the race win.
Oh, Tom Griggs in LMP2 is absolutely flying. He's pulled 10 seconds on the Effect 208 car. And a shout out to Frank. He has, I mean, I just thought it was assumed that Alpha would get back ahead once his tyres are warmed, but it's been 20 odd minutes now and he's holding him at an arm's length out of draft. So Frank doing everything he needs to.
Yeah, this is probably the best showing from the 208 cars so far this season. They've had a 3rd, a 5th and a 4th.
Yeah, this is great. We know, unless Alpha are up to super fuel strap business, but it doesn't make sense to be this far back. Secure on Alpha. So Jake's just not comfortable in all the corners.
Adam Watson letting us know, I don't think you can get to the end even with 2 full stints. And if that is the case, then that is a big mistake from Cube Controls to underfuel. I thought they probably could because they'd have to go 47 minutes per tank, I think, to get to the end of it. And that's like pushing it, but that's like two full stints. So you might be right, Adam. You probably know more than me. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. Cube Controls may have pushed it too far with fuel. They underfueled at their first pit stop, and they may have overdone it, or underdone it. Of course, we've got 2 more rounds to go of the championship after this. Next week, we head to Red Atlanta.
Bam. Content on.
It's a little bit of a preparation for the drivers before the Petite Le Mans.
How long's Petite Le Mans away?
iRacing special events. It's early October usually, isn't it?
Wow, it's come round.
October 3rd to 5th. So 4 weeks.
Good lord. Oh, it's the new season though, isn't it?
You going to be driving the Aston?
Well, I was just going to use my Ford dock, but Ford's about to get nerfed. I don't know, mate. I'm a bit of a part-timer at the moment.
Sure.
Now, I've got a full-time dog, you know.
Yeah.
She needs me.
Yeah.
I watch the telly.
That's the big thing and thing that everyone's talking about you is that you just don't drive iRacing that much. You don't do that much sim racing, really, do you? Like.
No, I'm retired.
Yeah.
I'm pursuing Paul Busby's lifestyle now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just helping out in the Discords and stuff.
Sure.
And, you know, sharing my wealth of knowledge and stuff.
Yeah. So we are now halfway through this race. And it's getting a little bit darker now in sim as well. Look very pretty by the end. Going past the big football stadium just on the right there. I'm not sure if Le Mans FC are any good. I feel like I've seen them in the FIFA games. So I think they're in like the 2nd French division or something like that. And I assume that's where they play. But it is quite a big stadium. It looks like a, 20,000 seater.
I have no idea.
They are 13th in Ligue 2.
Ligue 2. Is that even a pay-in role?
Sorry?
Like, is that even a...
Second division? It's not too bad.
I mean, the bottom of the French of the top isn't exactly a high skill. Sorry to any French footballers.
It is the Stade Marie Marvin. However, I don't think that's the same... Is that the same stadium? I don't know. I think it is. Can someone let me know in chat? Is the stadium that you see alongside the Marsan Strait at the moment, is that the Stade Marie Marvin? It looks about the right size. Okay, going with maps.
Right, Dan has to get this done in the corners because he's got nothing in the straights against Jake. No one has. I don't think many LMP2s can pass Jake that easily.
Melanzani into the pits in GTD, so they can definitely get to the end of the race with one more stop from here. F7R Flopman saying, yes, yeah, it is. So thank you for that. I looked on maps, and it doesn't actually look like it is correct, but I'm clearly wrong. So thank you for that information, Flopman.
Altitude into the pits. If they can get that fixed or just give Jonathan some confidence. Click up the wing. Bam. Just click up the wing. He's losing more time through confidence than... Oh, Adam's in.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Well, you were saying that there are no inter-class collisions. Well, there's one there. iLivery's Vibe Esports losing out.
Yeah, let's take a look at that one. Here we go. We will cast our opinion. Well, the prototype was a dime late and $1 short.
That's not the same.
$1 late and a dime short?
It's not two currencies.
Is it not?
Because you can't be late in a currency. Don't help him, Lewis. You can get this. You can definitely just think about it logically. You got the second bit right. It's not a dime late. What unit of time could you be late by?
A second, a minute, an
Keep
hour,
going.
a day.
There you go.
A day late. Of course, not dime. A day late and $1 short. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, he hadn't earned the corner. And no, I won't talk to an F1 fan about that statement.
Sure.
Actually.
I think we're as Simtech. Why is Simtech quite so? They have made an extra pit stop. It is just quite close, to be fair, in GTP. I mean, the top 9 separated by 1 minute 10, which sounds like maybe quite a lot, but genuinely, like, it is actually really close. And Simtech actually losing out to Delta V because they've just made a pit stop and are on cold tyres. The science penalty the other day, a new low for the Odin corner. One of the worst penalties I've ever seen.
I can't even be bothered with the F1 rules. I don't understand it anyway. The drivers don't understand it. They drive and then we find out the results after the race.
I understand it to a certain extent.
I don't.
Like,
especially if you're going around the outside. Like, you can go around the outside, well, you can't, sorry. You can get fully alongside. But if contact's made, he tracks out into you. It's your fault for being out there.
Yeah, if you're behind at the apex,
yeah, but
out of the outside car, like at that point,
see, I
the
don't
rule
agree.
is that you have to back out of it.
Yeah, see, that's the stupidest rule. If you're going around the outside, there's space. I'm entitled to space that I earned.
No, but you're not entitled to space.
Well, I am.
No, but not by the rules.
No, I just won't take the penalty. I'll just keep driving. I can't. It's the thing in driving me insane in F1. The cars are too big. They're too heavy. The bottom half of the grid split too, and the rules don't make any sense.
Who are you calling split two?
Mate, I think there's only 5 worthy F1 drivers nowadays.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if you've ever seen a mold, honestly. I think that's a really wrong statement, but
no,
fair enough.
Well, it's been this way for a while, but we're...
Do you think the standard is better now than the 90s, back when Schumacher was about a second
Yeah, but the standard's nowhere where it should be had we actually been bringing through the youth and giving them actual time to train in the car. Like the Schumacher era was pay to win. Schumacher trained 16,000 hours a year for this. Whereas new drivers is like, no, you can't try the car. No, you can't sit in it. You'll get to sit in it on race day in practice 1.
Yeah.
And then we're going to, in practice 2, we're bringing in someone else to sit in your car.
Giving someone else a shot.
Yeah, F1's insane.
So you reckon if Colapinto got a full season and had 10,000 miles of
I
testing?
have no idea. I'm saying we'll never find out.
Sure.
We don't know enough about these new drivers. They don't get long enough. They get judged way too early. It's a broken system. So now we're going to have loads of 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds now. Yeah. And that'll be the way it is. No offense, Alonso.
Yeah. So Alpha Esports now 50 seconds clear of the rest of the field because they have not taken their third pit stop. Effect Simulations 201 have. And credit to Alpha, they just set their fastest lap of the race. Jentor Van Thielen in that car, but I feel like Jentor might be getting out of the car. He's already done all the laps so far in this race, so expect Alpha to change cars, change drivers. So I think... No, it wasn't Jentor, actually. No, it wasn't Jentor. Yeah, sorry, I was getting confused between him and Jake Sherry, but Sherry's in a different car, isn't he? But no, yeah, Jentor, I think his teammate's a bit slow. I think we found that last time out, so maybe Alpha's chase at second place, maybe short-lived. We'll see when they make their pit stop.
Effect 201 have put their crew chief in the car. Interesting strategy.
Take.
Yeah. There he is. Former driver, full-time crew chief, Paul Busby. Yeah, he knows what he needs to do.
So yeah, still Alpha Esports, Fury Sim Sports, and Project Synced Racing Team, and actually VPS Racing Esport, Orcantech NHL by BrainCrow, and Aerokinetics Purple still need to pit in that LMP2 class. So that will mix up a lot in a bit. Alpha are not leading this race in reality. They are second at best, maybe third. Oyston Hereford now in the 208 car for Effect Simulations. Let's see him around. Big BMW enthusiast is Hereford. He's pursued that car a lot in the GT3s through thick and thin. At least as far as I can recall.
Yeah, a lot of thin, unfortunately. Hoping the physics model, and yeah, it'd be nice to have that car back.
Arashi Racing Team now with Burat Akas in the car. One of the best names on the grid. From, I was going to say what his nationality was there. But I'm actually not sure. I think he's Turkish.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at the...
In a larger font than his name.
I just thought that was his favourite
yeah.
part of a Christmas meal.
It's funny because one of them's hungry and the other's got turkey, so they should just meet up.
Yeah.
Then you can have half turkey and not hungry.
Yeah.
We're losing it. There's hungry.
Yeah, well, we're 3.5 rounds into the season, so I think we've done all right.
Okay, let's have a quick look. So Austin's in the car for the 177 Effect, leading. Massive lead. It must be said. 26 seconds.
Yeah, and it will be... Oh, well, they haven't made their second pit stop yet. Third pit stop, sorry.
Oh, yeah, because Delta V have, I see now. And, oh, right, yeah, it's just Orbit and them, of course, are going longer.
Yeah, yeah. So Delta V are the actual leaders.
Yeah. This is what happens when we don't eat pizza, mate. We should stick to it.
Yeah.
Absolutely useless, mate.
Because isn't it about how your gut is actually, like, smarter than your brain? That's the thing.
I don't have a brain, I just have the gut.
Yeah. It's all the, well, they called it's not enzymes, is it? Like, there's something in the gut, and it's, like, so important. At least that's what acts.
That's why I always keep it topped up, you know, just to be sure.
Yeah. So yeah, Altitude, this is actually a battle for position. Altitude were running up in P6 a few laps ago. A couple of the teams ahead of them haven't pitted yet, but they have lost out, I think, to Mir Miko and MA70. Eric busy now in that car.
Free Sports LMP2 in the pits. See they cycle out.
Yeah, how many laps did they go further than? They went to... No, you're only 1 lap further, wasn't it? So already Effect Simulations are past, and Alpha are still trundling down the pit lane. And Fury will get past as well, but Fury still need to make their 3rd pit stop.
Effect 208. Moving up position there with the pit cycle.
But Alpha are now ahead of Effect 208. That was not the case before, if I recall correctly. So I think Oyston may have had a little bit of a tricky time on those courses. We have seen it with a few of the drivers who get into the car. It's now Geordie Speckens. I should have got used to Geordie's name by now. But he's just lost out to Fury because of the cold tyres. We'll see if he can stay ahead of the Effect 208, but that's them up to 2nd place now. Here's Walker.
Nicely done.
I think Usain Bolt is a great name for a sprinter. I would argue Walker Carroll rivals that. I think we had a professional sprinter called Walker Carroll.
Why the Carroll bit?
Well, not the Carroll bit, but just the Walker element, I think is great for a sprinter.
What, over Bolt? Usain Bolt. That's quite the name for the job.
Sure. No, you are right. It is the best name ever.
Love that name.
Scott Speed.
Oh. Yeah, Scott Speed. Let's see. Bottom out on the left curve while turning left. Yep. Oh, kind of let go of the brake there. I was like, oh, I'm okay.
That is a big shame for Molina, who, of course, Astro Tour Esports have been one of the top teams so far this season. Were, I think, maybe been leading the championship after the second round. Had a poor time at Hockenheim, and then spun out there. And the Argentinian turning back to the pits. I think they'll get back out there. They are pretty good at completing
they towed.
races.
Oh, yeah. Didn't look like there was terminal damage on the rear. Like the wing was there and everything. But if they hit a tyre, then yeah, it's over. But nice stint time. Really good stuff. Oh. Okay. What? I assume they don't have a wing, but we see it like netcode because. What? He just lost it on the straight.
Seeing if it's going to be deliberate here. Nope. Maybe with one of those rear tyres isn't connecting to the ground.
It sounded like a clutch. I don't know what he was. I heard the over rev.
Sure.
But yeah, maybe a tyre fell off, but I don't know. Not sure.
Battle for P9 right now in LMP2. Alcantech on the comeback. They were wiped out by Delachaz earlier on. And that is the first car they've seen in about an hour and 40 minutes. And they've passed them. They're up into ninth.
Drive through for Mirami car, causing a collision with the Dunlop chicane. Oh, that's what we saw. Yeah, what I said, a day late and a day late and $1 short. That. Yep. And obviously at the time I said it right first time.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And you said it so confidently just then
Correct.
as well.
And confidently just then as well, yeah. Hey, I'm running on like 4 hours sleep. I don't even know how I'm here. No, I don't even think 4 hours, to be honest. Deployed the buzz, yep.
So Alpha still warming up those tyres. And so this is Effect's best opportunity to get back past. They're now 18 seconds off the lead. 201 are dominating this race. The only good news for the Alpha Esports car is that they do have to put in 2 less laps of fuel to get to the end of the race. So that will save them a few seconds later on.
Yeah, oh, what a run.
They're going to lose track position anyway here.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. If well, I don't know the numbers, but yeah, if Geordie's smart, you can just follow, save extra, and then yeah, you might have everything he needs to get that P2. Let's see how he wants to play it. He does not want to play it my way. He wants this back right now. Oi! Oh.
Well, I guess he feels like if he can get ahead and the tyres warm up, then he will be quids in. But he's not been able to keep track position there.
So Kevin Tathares in the Manatee kart now. Let's see if he can keep going what Patrick did, but they've got a big 14-second lead, so he can actually play it quite safe.
This pack is still going on. It occasionally calms down a little bit. But we could have just focused the cameras on this 4th to 7th battle for the whole race, because it's been absolutely terrific. Alpha Esports, the rocket ship down a straight line, the car, are holding on to P4. Delta V Racing have got their nose ahead. How brave are these cars going to be? It's not the first time that they've been in this situation. Get to the 314, they spun right at the start of the race. And then now, if they can take this back to where they were at the start. Great work from both their drivers. Remy Fortin now in the car. And you have to start, after starting 4th, dropping down to last before the race even started, they're back up into 4th place. And they might still catch up to Rom Racing. I think they will catch up to Rom Racing in the time remaining. So good work there. Esports Blue settling for P5 now. We're now watching Cube Control's report to Corsa. And moving back past Central Esports. That's all going on for a while. Gone. No, not quite contact. Maybe there was contact. There was a little bit of a slide, certainly. And they are playing a lot of risk there. And now a little bit of a mistake. And that's the second time we've seen that Mustang just storm around the outside through the Porsche curves.
Yep, if you have the confidence in the corners, it's very beneficial. Everyone thinks Le Mans just low wing. It's only low wing if you've got the confidence to carry it through the corners. I don't even run lowest wing here in the McLaren. I run wing 3, which I think's 1 up from lowest. Again, I just have the confidence then to be on the throttle really early. That pole queue is really moving around.
Yeah. How do you fancy yourself at pool?
At pool?
At pool.
Oh, the game. Oh, mate.
Yeah, sorry.
I grew up with a table.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, some parents had a... Yeah, so I was a bit of a hustler.
Sure.
I don't know. I haven't played in a long time, but I was really good, yeah.
So VPS Racing and LMP2 have crashed. Or are deep in a gravel trap. It's one or the other.
Oh, yeah. I see them. They're still dropping.
Yeah.
Schumann's terminal.
That's a shame. They were doing pretty well. Up in P6, I think.
Yeah, we'll get a repair of that.
Luis Rodriguez in the car. Can see a few South Americans in this series. Chilean here.
Oh!
Locks the rears. Did he lock the rears, you think?
I don't know. Was that a gear shift too early? If we can see again. No, it did seem... It all seemed to be happening a bit quick. I think it might have been here. Yeah, it's... Well, they've got a cone under them. Like, that sounded and looks really strange. And that car sounds really bottomy, and I think he's got a cone trapped under his car. That's what I'm guessing. I don't think he had any chance. Evening, Dan. Hope you're well. I just noticed Basic Ollie's in the car, the Effect 177 car, and he's closing on Simtech. Yeah, I thought you said, how'd you fancy yourself at Paul? Like, I thought you meant me versus Paul, 1-on-1.
Yeah. Well, that was question number 2. But do you have a pool table now? So I think if I had
it's
a
bit of a
garage
sad
or like a spare room, that's what I would.
It's a bit of a sad story. When I left America, I left my pool table there. I couldn't afford to bring it back. I spent beeped out amount transferring my entire house over on a boat to the country, and I just couldn't afford. It cost so much to bring my pool table, so I left it, unfortunately.
The replay we just watched, by the way, was Simtech Motorsport getting back past Effect Simulations 177. So I'm not exactly sure when that changed round. Not sure if it was in the pit stop sequence, but Simtech with warm tyres.
Yeah, Ollie's pit stop was like 3 seconds quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really missed my pool table. I grew up with one with my parents, and then when I got the big house in America, I got a pool table. But yeah. Well, no plans right now, because my studio and work area is the only place where I can put a pool table.
Well, when we were in Portugal this year, we had a pool table, table tennis table, and dartboard in like the basement, and I could just live there. Yeah, that would be me sorted.
I love table tennis, love darts, but yeah, I just
love put a pool table down there, and you're sorted.
Yep.
No need to use it as a table. Like to eat food. Perfect. Laptop.
Yep. How's Busby doing? Yeah, 21 seconds, and it's to the Effect car. What? The Effect car's pulled 4.5 seconds on Alpha? What happened to Alpha?
He was 4 seconds faster on that last lap than the Effect 208.
No. I mean Effect 208 over Alpha.
Oh, sure.
4.5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I think we found this a little bit with Geordie, I think, in the last round, where I think he isn't quite as fast as his teammate. And so I think did drop off in the second half of the race. But we've really seen it with a lot of drivers, right? Where like it seems like that whenever a new driver gets in, it really does take them a while to get going. Like, it seems like those first few laps are very, very tricky.
Sure,
And they
yeah.
can lose sort of 5.
Ollie P3, Effect 177's dropping back off of Simtech. It's almost 3 seconds now, so...
I think it's the cooler tires,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's like a 4-lap delta on tyres they have between them, so awfully difficult.
Thank you to everyone who's tuned in, by the way, for this race and also the other races as well so far this season. If you are watching this and you want to take part, do just head over to apexracingleague.com and get yourself an entry. It's cheaper. You can just pay for the final 2 rounds of the championship and join the grid. Entries open in all 3 classes.
Oh no!
And they're both rounds. And watch out for the other cars. Okay, they'll be all right. Was that? Did the Alpha car get loose on the exit, or was that just
the Alpha
Delta
car's
car
loose
driving
on
through?
every exit, man. It has no wing.
Yeah.
But still, let me see this.
Nah, the Alpha car was just driving their line.
Did the contact happen before the loss? Because that's what the steward's going to look for. If the blue car loses the rear before the hit, oh, we can't tell. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks damning, but if it looks like a penalty. Not even that. The vet doesn't hold his brakes and causes a subsequent second contact.
Well, the only good news is that both their cars don't seem to require immediate repairs. They'll undoubtedly pit at about 2 hours 15 so that they can get some repairs done.
I'm not trying to say the vet was completely wrong. It's the vet's fault, but I mean, we would all do it when the guy in front of you, especially this blimmin' Alpha car, is loose in every corner.
Yeah.
He's so quick in the straights, but that car's horrible. Yeah, well, that's a pen. If that contact happened before the rear, and it looked like it did, then yeah. Oh, it looks like the holding brakes wasn't a thing either. But still, I imagine it will just be the causing the collision one. I imagine. I don't know. It's very hard. When you're driving and the guy in front of you half spins and you kill him, you're just like, yeah.
Ooh, something's happened to Aurelian Bieri because Delta V Racing were leading.
Oh.
And they are no longer. And they're off.
The leaders in GTP.
And they have spun it at the second milestone happen. You know what's going to happen. They're just going to lose the rear end.
But they had a nice lead, right? Nothing to fight for.
What was it, 10 seconds, I think?
Just go straight on.
They lost 14 seconds because of that spin.
And can I remind you, it's a straight. You can just go straight.
Sure.
You can just release everything.
You are criticising the race leaders right now. That's all I'm going to say.
No, but look, watch. It's a straight line. And you get like a 2-second slowdown.
Sure.
No, that's a shame. I mean, hopefully it was cold tyres, because otherwise that's a really weird one, how he snapped left.
So Simtech Motorsport LMDH, who we thought might even get a meatball earlier on when Orbit spun in front of them and they made contact. They are now leading this race. 1.7 seconds ahead of Effect 177, who seem to have got their tyres up to temperature now and are maintaining the gap to the leaders. And then Delta V Racing seemingly not too much damage on their car.
Yeah, the lead fight's on now.
Yeah, even RD Simsport only 8 seconds behind these guys.
Then Delta V, after all that, are not out of it. He's now back in... Oh no, something's happened. Wait, Delta V Racing.
Has he pitted?
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that. I was just about to say they're back on the draft of the Effect team, and then staring at the data, he started to drop.
Is this an extra pit stop for them, or no? No, so everyone
Needs to do...
So everyone else needs to do 2 more stops. They only need to do 1 more stop after this.
Yeah, I think they can still win this. But yeah. Yeah, so...
Do they take tyres? I'm curious.
It was just a strange one, because if you look, he snapped left so... Why is he full locked?
Getting ready. Doesn't want to hit the ghost safety car.
Oh yeah, on cold tyres though, like you don't want your TC to like engage as you turn and you just 180 it. Oh. So Ollie 1.7 seconds off the lead, Simtech Motorsport. But yeah, I don't think we can rule out the Delta V 125 car. Maybe a bit shaken after that. But the left snap was really strange. Because if you feel yourself locking, you can, you know, literally just come off your throttle, come off your brake and straight line the damn thing. For him to snap left like that, it was very strange. But yeah, he boxed 1 second off of... Whoa.
Oh, that looked like a downshift. Oh, lovely. Use the tarmac.
Yeah.
So they remain in P4 DWR.
So Delta V have got a new driver in. Yeah. And they're only 1 second off of Ollie, so 2.6 seconds off the lead. So, I mean, you still can't rule them out for the win.
Looked like a long pit stop, 38 seconds, and it wasn't a full tank that they took.
Who's 38, sorry?
The 125, Delta V Racing. Because they only pitted like 5 laps ago.
I thought it was Kevin.
No, yeah, it's Bieri
Oh.
who was leading.
Yeah, it is a long pit.
Yeah, I think that may have pulled them out. Because that should have only been... I mean, they took tyres, which I wasn't
box?
sure they were going to do. They put their box and we saw the start of it. And then they took... Oh, that's a second crash, isn't it? Or VPS, that might be the end of their day.
How many times have we seen this on curb, over rotation, bottomings? Like this is what... It'd be hard pushed to find an instant where it hasn't involved throttling on a curb.
Yeah.
Dan Blackwell here in the altitude 112 car.
Dan Blackwell thinking, only 37 seconds of the lead here. Only changed to this class 2 days ago.
Easy.
And yeah, what a drive from them. It's much more interesting when Apex Racing team aren't involved, isn't it?
I agree, yeah.
I mean, this would be a fun battle for second, but this is for a race win and a first race win for all of these teams this season.
There's an hour left. If Apex grid it up, can they pull back this many laps and win? So I assume you're not doing Indy 6?
No, I hate that circuit.
Ah.
I don't have because I haven't done many special events for a long time. I don't really have a squad of drivers to.
It's only 6 hours. Just worst case scenario, use Lewis.
No, but the last time I did an endurance race with Lewis, I drove perfectly. As you witnessed.
I did.
I mean, you couldn't witness it. You were that far behind. We put a lap on you thanks to my driving.
Yeah. How did...
Just drove perfectly. It looked really grumpy the whole time, thinking, I don't enjoy this. And then got out the car. You know what? I've done a good job. May as well finish the race now, guys.
That's weird. After the race, when we was getting all the finishers' shirts, I don't remember seeing you.
Yeah, and yeah, why is that? Because Lewis messed up the carousel.
That's horrible, yeah. Were we in GT4s?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I don't remember how far up we got. We got to about 4th, I think. Where you finished? What, P5? I want to say.
I can't remember. Yeah, maybe.
This is last year at Nürburgring 24.
I don't have last year's.
Let us know in chat if you're racing in Indy tomorrow and what your thoughts on Indy is, because I think it's the worst circuit in the world, and I genuinely think it might be. It's awful. But some people, like David, are a big fan. Effect Simulations 201 just came into the pits. We also just saw an overtake for Altitude 3M Esports 112 on the Orbit Drop Bear Saturn car. So that was a bit of a mistake. The Saturn car really offline. It was almost as though they were on cold tyres, but they are on 6-lap old tyres. The tyres don't get much better. So yeah, struggling there. Now they dive back on the inside. So this is the battle currently for P4. It will probably turn into P5. Because Delta V Racing 125 have already made an extra pit stop. Yeah, they switch back around again, so the Saturn car ahead of the 112, but maybe they'll change again.
Yeah, I can't work out that Delta V 125 pit stop time. Ollie has dropped off significantly. 1.5 seconds. He's dropped off. But yeah, I don't know what's happened to that drop there. Oh,
yeah, that was the mistake from Orbit, who immediately made amends. Effect Simulations 208 into the pits for their 4th pit stop. One more pit stop to go for them.
Do you think iRacing, as its league, should let us be a bit more creative and like maybe do an endurance where you have to 33% of the time drive each class? What do you think?
Was he change car?
Yeah. You box with the... And you have to do a manufacture cups. If you pick BMW, you have to do... Well, no, that doesn't work. I retract
I'd be down for it if it was a random lottery as to what car you chose.
No, that's stupid.
I don't want it to be someone just specialises in each class. I want it to be you better practice.
I see what you're saying.
Now.
Yeah. I thought you meant you get a GR86 and someone else gets an LMP1.
No. But what I'm saying is that if it was like me racing with Chris Lullum, he might be in the GR86, or I might be in the GR86.
I think Chris can drive anything, mate. I don't know if you have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I think he would just be worried about you in any car.
Sure. Well, I hold my own. I'm a Zolder 23 hours winner.
Yeah,
and
same.
you know that's very prestigious.
It is very... There are only a few of these people on the planet, and we are both one.
Yeah. We're not hated quite enough for people to pay their money to give us penalties. Rom Racing now caught by Delta V Racing 314. Rom have had a slightly strange race where they've been third, about 5 seconds ahead of the battle for P4 for about the last hour and a half, and they've sort of held on to that position because everyone else has been battling so much behind. But Delta V Racing are another level and have been able to close that gap, and will soon be past. Remember, Delta V Racing 314 spun before the race even started. They were down in last place, and now they might be 1 place higher than where they started if they can pull off this overtake. Ooh, this is our oh no,
nicely
our
held.
former leaders
Oh,
have spun.
yeah, Effector in the lead. What is going on? Lead is cursed. The lead is cursed.
So Effect move into the lead, like you said. They've now taken a pit stop at Simtech, but they are ahead of Delta V Racing 125, but only by a bit. An interesting race, and they're now 8th and 9th. It demonstrates just how close the GTP field is.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. But yeah, with the spin and time loss and Delta V 125's time loss in the pit, all Ollie needs to do is just run his lines, and I think he's got a good shot.
So that spin for Simtech, that was after they'd taken their pit stop, so that was on cold tyres. They spun there.
Oh, I hate the first couple of corners. If you have a half spin, it's that next corner, you've got no chance. You've got to just know that there is no chance and just walk it.
So Effect so far been going 10 lap stints. We're currently on lap 36, so he's due to pit on lap 40 is Ollie. We'll see if he goes through with it. But yeah, Effect Simulations 177 now a big favourite. RD though as well in play. Archie Coveney driving very well. I feel like we've barely seen any of RD so far, but they have got themselves into play. They are probably 2nd place now. Ooh, and they're definitely 2nd place now because that's another mistake for Stander say now, who isn't new into the car, but he's really struggling on those cold tyres.
Yeah. Yeah, they had this. Absolutely had this. Blowing it. The win was handed to them.
And had they won today, they would have taken the lead in the championship. in terms of overall points with the drop scores, they would have still been behind Apex Racing Team. But this has, yeah, complicated matters. Here they are, only just ahead of Delta V Racing. You remember crashed from the lead about 15 minutes ago.
RD in, altitude in. Oi. What's this position?
Yeah, you'll have brakes. Way more grip. Whoa. Valka in. And where are these guys in relation? So they jump ahead of all those guys who have just come into the pits, as we expected. But still, affect. Oh, well, they're behind RD, though.
Yeah,
so
they're behind
that's,
RD.
Yeah, that's how much time they lost with their shenanigans.
Well, yeah, RD's pit stop was 8 seconds quicker than the Delta V race. I don't know what happened in that pit.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be useful if anyone knows in chat what happened to that Delta V pit stop, because yeah, it should have been like a 15-second stop because they had barely any fuel to put it in. They'd only pitted 5 laps previously.
It's so strange because they made the mistake. It happens, and all they had to do was just collect themselves, box, head back out, and they had the win. And they then dropped the ball, handed it to Simtech, who then have dropped the ball twice since then. And yeah, it's given RD. Good shot.
We haven't spoken about the LMP2s for a little while. The order isn't very necessarily reflective of the actual order. Alpha Esports still need to make an extra pit stop in comparison to the effects cars behind them. We do think it's the 201 ahead of the 208, then it's Alpha Esports, and then Project Sync Racing Team in 4th position.
Yeah, I agree.
And of course, Team DWR were doing very well earlier on. They've fallen by the wayside a bit. Still in play, they only 8.5 seconds behind Fury since well. Apologies, they've made an extra pit stop of Team DWR, so don't rule them out of potentially getting onto the podium. They will be 4th, I think, when all the pit stops are done.
So the GTPs of Delta V and Simtech don't need to pit again?
They do need to pit again.
Interesting.
But Effect and Orbit need to pit twice. They'll do one full stint on the splash.
They've definitely got the best fuel straps. Trying to work out anything ahead of time. Yeah, no, I can't work out what happened to Delta V.
Well, Altitude 3M Esports, because this is actually 4th position now, isn't it?
Wait, was that a half spin? Yeah.
But yeah, this is 4th position. Of course, the 125 was the Delta V car, which was leading it over on the 118. Has been battling that 3M Esports car for a while, so 3M back to 6th position now. They were down to 7th, I think, for a little bit recently.
Porsche things.
This is iLivery's Vibe Esports.
Yep. I did a tier list recently of, literally yesterday, of the GT3s with the new tyre model and since the McLaren op and change. And I put Porsche and Acura in the bin, like the very bottom. And if you consider you go back a year and a half, Porsche was my favourite car. And there was only one S tier now. I can't put McLaren, my baby, my only car, in S tier anymore because it's just not that car anymore. And there's only the Ford in S tier now.
That was Delta V, 125 getting past RD. RD with a couple of slowdowns, I think, or maybe just cold tyres. But they dropped behind Simtech as well. So that is an effective move for second and third and fourth now.
Yeah, and looking at the numbers, well, the Effect 1.7 will have the shortest of the splashes, so yeah, it's just a case of lap times now. Delta V versus Ollie, the Effect 177. It's 39-second Delta with the SSC. It's not over, but I think it's still all effects to lose.
Well, yeah, the good news for Delta V on that last lap was that they were 1.1 seconds faster than Effect 177, but that could have been due to the traffic. Ollie's pace certainly has seemed fairly solid since he's got into the car.
Yep.
They will not be coming in on this lap. They've got a while to go, actually, until they pit. They will not be pitting on the next lap. They'll likely pit on the lap after that. Like I said, I don't think they can get to the end of the race on one more stop, but they're not going to be far off. Not going to be far off. Altitude 388 getting past Delta V Racing 358. Adam Watson back into that car now. I think he's a bit more comfortable with the low wing setup. And so he's making up those positions that they'd lost before. He's now only got 2 seconds to catch up to Alpha Esports Blue, Owen Neve in that car. Alpha chopping off a little bit. There's another curb.
That's Leonard.
That's in the Alcantech Brain Crow car. And they've now got their teammates only just behind. And that Alcantech NHR car, that crashed in the early stages. So it's impressive they've come back. Another spin.
Whoa. They won't be in Rush Hour 3. Alpha Esports are out the pits now in LMP2. Yeah, 10 seconds off the back of the 208 car, so effectively have locked out the 1-2 quite comfortably.
Yeah.
Oi. Mistake from RD.
Yeah. Oh, they were so, like, under the radar, but, like, doing really well. And it's really fallen away recently. They've probably lost about what... Well, did they make a mistake before? They were just a bit slow, I think, before. I think they picked up a couple of slowdowns with the cold tyres. And then that's now put them 8 seconds behind Simtech, who they were ahead of 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
Ian letting us know that Arashi is driving with a crooked back right. Absolutely goated. Arashi currently in P12, up 2 places from their race start. Berat Akust in that car.
I can't recommend this because it's a bit out there and fringe, but next pit stop, just go into your wheel calibration and calibrate it straight. But
Sure.
just don't repair it because then you're really in trouble. The Nordschleife once in the Mercedes, I had so much damage, but the car was fine to drive, that I had to raise the driver height to maximum so I could see out the window, mate. We had our bonnet was up so high that we were sat, like 11 inches, like our seat with the toddler booster seat on.
What, so Lewis's standard seating position?
It was actually called the Lewis seat. I wonder why.
It's actually a default in iRacing.
Yeah.
That's the reason why it's named that.
The booster seat.
Lewis is the only one who uses it, apart from David in that one scenario.
That was like 5-6 years ago. We just couldn't see, but the car was absolutely fine, so we didn't want to.
What car was that? Sorry again.
The Mercedes GT3 at the Nord 24.
Okay.
Years and years and years ago.
So I think we can see the damage on the Berat car. Apparently, it was the back right. It was a bit crooked. Unfortunately, there's a lot of black on the back of that car, which is a little bit tricky to see any deformities in the bodywork. But I think it is a bit exposed, that rear tyre.
Ollie's pace is looking fine. It's dropping a little bit, but he's got everything he needs. Plus, their splash will be shortest, so
They're really close to only needing one more stop here. One more stop. But I think it's going to be a 51-lap race, and they've done 10-lap stints on every stint so far. So I think 11 laps is like too far for them to go. But I don't know. Maybe they can do it, or maybe it's not worth the risk.
Well, Ollie's lap was a 27.5, so he's not trying it.
Yeah, he's still pushing.
Yeah. Like I say, it's a long lap to do. I regretted no stopping that sprint race I told you about with the limited fuel. I just take everything as a challenge.
You did well though, innit?
Yes, very well. Yeah. But it was so painful, mate. It was so painful. Obviously, chat's like, when are you, like, what lap are you done saving? No, I'll be saving over the finish line.
Yeah.
That's just how that is. And at no point in the first, I don't know, 48 minutes did either of my calculators tell me I'm going to make it.
Sure. All can take NHR, get past all can take NHR by Green Crow. That's some comeback for Matthew, Crisp and co. They might, no, they're 28 seconds behind. I mean, it looks like 1/10 of a lap, and then like, oh, you can make it up. Around here, that's 20 odd seconds. So, yeah, too far, I think, for him to catch to Project Synced Racing Team. Auto drop best stats at now in a bit.
Delta V125, have I missed something? They've lost. Wait, Ollie's now a minute 17.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
Is it wrong? No, I think it's right.
Well, it was, I thought it was 39 seconds.
No, I think maybe that was the gap to the car ahead, maybe. But I agree, I thought it was that before, but like, no one's lost any time.
There's no way the Delta V lost a minute 17.
No, but affects it need to make an extra pit stop, we think, maybe. Delta V probably lost about 20 seconds with their unnecessarily on pit stop. They're going to have to pit soon, Delta V. That's the depressing thing for them. They're going to have to pit in like 3 laps or something. Well, yeah, 3 laps for their next pit stop. Rom Racing have been caught by Delta V 314, but they have not been passed. They are doing well. They have held back Remy Fortin for a few laps here, and they pitted on the same lap in the previous pit stop, so there's no fuel advantage with these cars. It really does seem like the 314 isn't going to necessarily storm straight past like they have done every other car so far in this race. This is the teammates.
What?
And one of them's got a Slater. Mark Healy. No, they're not teammates. They've just got really similar liveries. How have I not noticed that? That's altitude ahead,
yeah,
and orbit behind. That's incredible. Yellow and purple's a unique colour combo.
Yep.
And we're seeing 2 line of sun right now.
And they've got the blue night lights as well, the exact same.
Delta, no. Oh, Delta V125 have gone off the circuit. They're back on. It's not the end of the world. And they've lost out to Simtech. And Effect Simulations 177, boy, can't believe this. They come into the pits.
Yeah.
And they're going to be a long way clear. They are going to be a long, long way clear.
I don't know what to say about Delta V.
So, Dropbear Satson couldn't get the move done on altitude 3M esports, and now they're going to lose out to Delta V Racing as well. I think they have colder tyres as well, so that's a little bit of the reason why they are dropping down the way that they are at the moment. There's Adam Watson. Oh no, oh no. Oh, this is the easy position gain then for Simtech. Effect going for a full tank here, so it will be the shortest of pit stops to finish the race for them. I don't think they're going to save the fuel to get to the end, but yeah, it'll be a very short pit stop right at the end of the race. Look at this! Alongside through one chicane, alongside through another chicane, and it wasn't wide enough, and Delta V Racing get back up into second place.
Yeah, I don't think that's a pen in any way. I think it's just hard racing.
Do you think there's certain corners where the outside car doesn't have the right zero outside? Like round a narrow corner like that?
Yeah, he's letting him by. Yeah. Common sense, sure. But obviously that's not a rule in having common sense, but he's letting back by. Very smart. That calms the steward down a little bit. Because they sat there like crunching paper, then like, okay, I'll let them live.
Yeah. 17 seconds now the gap that effects have because of all the chaos. That was, they were second place before, but yeah, Simtech have lost about 20 odd seconds due to all the mistakes that they've made in recent laps. And Watson continues to gain places. He's now got past Zekril Esports. Up to P8 now.
Is Walker into the pits, or did he just lose a position there for Rennsport?
Yeah,
Carroll.
he just came into the pits, yeah.
Yep. What you saying? 51 lap race, did you say?
51 lap race, yeah. Maybe 52. Depends when they cross the line.
Yeah, in effect, I've got this. Simtech and Delta dropped the ball massive.
Yeah. And RD as well. RD were right in play.
Yeah. RD were gifted the opportunity, I suppose. Then they just blew it. Whereas, I mean, Delta V had this race in the bag.
Yeah. Yeah, dominated for so long. We're edging out the gap. This was something that's happened to Bowker Racing. Nathaniel Wilkins, apologies.
Oh, gears. He's in first gear, man. I haven't driven GTP in a while, but probably not that.
Just tuning in on the lead battle in the GTDs. Delta V Racing 3 and 4 are not properly leading. They've still got another pit stop to go.
Yeah.
But Manatee are looking fairly safe against King Racing right now. The gap is now up to 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's massive. Last time I checked it was like 14, 17, that sort of range.
Credit to King for putting up a decent fight, or a very good fight. They will move up into second position at the end of this round. They'll usurp Altitude 3M Esports 388. So move into that second place. Still yet to win a race, but it will be their second runners-up spot of the season so far.
Yeah, King Racing, solid team. You don't see it much because they just log their laps and score good points. This is poor Adam trying to catch that really rapid BMW, but he's got it done under braking.
That did not take him long to catch whatsoever. Up to P7. 9 seconds to Melanzani. Melanzani, credit to them, a bit under the radar. They've spent a lot of this race sort of in 10th place. They now find themselves in 6th position. Great work from them. But they have 9 seconds now to Altitude, which, with the way that Adam Watson is going at the moment, that might be catchable for the British driver. The good news for Melanzani, though, is that they're only 3 seconds behind Cube Control's report to Corsa, and we're 3 seconds faster on that last lap. So keep an eye on that battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th as Delta V 314 finally come into the pits, and we wait to see if they can come out of the pits ahead of ROM Racing. I think they will do, because they aren't going to need to put a full tank in.
Yeah, I think you're right. No tyres.
Ooh, interesting. It's quite a long way to go. They've just done a 50-minute stint, so they're going to do an hour 20 in total.
Yeah, and if it really is just because they haven't got too much fuel to put in, that's where you do your strats slightly different. So you leave yourself enough time. But then again, cold tyres must be horrible here. First, what, lap and a half, you really do lose a lot of time.
Jeremy's already challenging down the pit lane, and this is their rivals, Rennsport. It's going to be a big gap between the two. They were battling for a while. But you'll soon see that gap between the two of them sort of balance out, and it's at 8 seconds. And obviously now, which is a rarity in this race, the 3-on-4 isn't going to suffer a pace disadvantage out of the pits. They might face a pace disadvantage though in the closing laps though, because they are going to have very, very old tyres.
Yep. Delta V on altitude in GTP. Busby looking strong, by the way, it must be said. 34 seconds ahead of the Effect 208 car. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a shame about Delatraz, because I would have liked to see that fight. The fight would have definitely happened. Yeah. Not to be. And obviously, unfortunately, it took out a brilliant team in Alcatech.
Yeah. Thanks for subscribing, iPalza. And of course, thank you to everyone who has watched the video. Please do make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, check out our other broadcasts as well. Whoa. That's a long way off. And was that...
No, that was beautiful, mate. That,
you think that was fair?
Pure, I reckon that was pure non-contact intimidation. We'll get a replay.
I mean, you're sounding very much like the stewards in F1 right now.
No, I
Inside car had the corner. And
no, I think he left space. I think he just scared the life out of him. I'm guessing, though. It was a weird angle. Let's see. If he leaves space and just intimidates... Oh, okay. No, that's not what I saw. Okay. 9-second stop and go. I didn't realise they made contact. I thought he left space and just scared him. It wasn't that. No, yeah, when it's a stewarding event, you're best to just give those back. It's not a rule. That's not a rule. And the steward can still penalise you.
Yeah.
But you're best to just give the position back. They do have hearts sometimes, do the stewards, and they're like, oh, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. I won't. I love pressing this button that says penalty, but I won't.
Yeah, not many chances for the stewards to press that button so far. Only 4 penalties being dished out. The last one was Mika MA70 Esports for a contact at the first chicane. That must have been about an hour and a half ago. But yeah, only 6 protests submitted. That is often the case. I mean, I remember when I was involved in a season of DGFX, and I was on the stewarding panel for that. I think all the rounds so far had been like half the race was under caution, and then we rock up to Le Mans, and it's barely any incidents, just because there's so much more space for everyone to.
Do you cover the Fox Decker races? Do you see them?
Yes.
The Watkins Glen incident. I saw a clip someone shared on TikTok, like of a car basically going sideways straight on through T1 and wiping someone out.
Oh yeah, what on lap 1?
Yeah. Poor driver driving did not know anything about it until he was just utterly destroyed. Holly's being caught, but there's only half an hour left, and their pit will be shorter, so he's doing absolutely everything he needs to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can whack on an extra 10 seconds to their gap.
Yeah.
Just by the lack of fuel that they're going to need to put in the car.
Yeah. Busby in.
Last pit stop for Paul Busby. See if their teammates come in. Yeah, they have matched each other every step of the way of these LMP2 effect cars. Alpha will take the lead again, but it's only going to be for a couple of laps before they have to make a final pit stop. In fact, actually, they might be behind the 201 car. I think the 201 car might keep track position even with the extra pit stop. Geordie not quite with enough pace, unfortunately, to keep with the effect cars today, but it's still being a good drive. He hasn't made really any mistakes from what I can recall. It's going to be tight, actually. Let's see if he can get ahead. He does. He'll need a few more laps before the end. Alpha Esports Blue falling into the clutches of Zekro Esports. Both of these teams were higher up the order. I feel like they were battling in that sort of fight for P5, but they're quite far away from that now. 8th and 9th are the positions that Owen, Neve and Christian Nicolator are fighting for.
Delta V125 into the pits. 27 seconds, but I mean, we're expecting the 177 effect to be 19 seconds, 21 sort of range.
The 177, I reckon, will be less than 10 seconds. It'll literally be 2 laps of fuel on these pit end.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be short.
Randy Martin, 3 tenths faster than Orbit Drop Bear Saturn on that last lap. The Saturn car, it was the second placed Orbit Drop Bear car. They qualified down in 12th place, didn't set a qualifying time, but they're sort of under the radar, moved up into P5. Big shame what happened to their teammates. The Neptune car probably would have been in with a fight, especially with what we've seen.
Yeah.
At the front of the GTPs, they would have been right in with a chance. Maybe not of the win, but of second place.
What happened to them, remind me?
They... I cannot remember.
No, I can't.
It's been a long race, apologies.
Oh yeah, it's been very long.
It was certainly a crash, wasn't it? Which is fairly obvious, but...
Got the run. Post-race penalty to the Delta V.
Oh, was that the incident that we just saw, where they forced another car off the circuit? Where the one that you thought wasn't a penalty initially watched the replay.
Yeah, Porsche curves. So it's just a time penalty.
Yeah. Yeah, not enough for a drive-through.
This is where you give the position back.
Yeah, but if he pulls 5 seconds...
Here is this one, bonk.
Yeah. By the way, I just reminded myself the Orbit car was the one that spun on cold tyres coming out of the first chicane.
Ah!
And then they got hit by...
yeah, everyone. Right, Simtech into the pits. Ah, but it's 32. Yeah. Oh no, that's their last one. Must be their last one.
Well,
surely.
they'll make sure that there'll be a decent amount clear of Delta V125. I think that's all they can aim for now.
Yeah.
It's second place. Let's see if they take tyres, because it might be quicker not to take tyres.
I don't think they can. It'll be like what, 22, 19 seconds, 22. That's what I'm guessing. Let's see.
Yeah, they're not taking tyres.
8, 9. Let's see. 15, 16, 17, 18. This is what I guess. No, looks like I'm wrong. 19 to 21, I said. 22, 23, 24.
So they could have taken tyres.
24.
But I guess they didn't feel like they wanted to have any more cold tyres.
Yeah.
And they are, well, they're not far ahead of Delta V125, are they? It was 4 seconds now, so it's opened up a little bit because they're able to take one less lap of fuel.
And they've got this lap and a half of pain right now, losing time. Oh no, because they've got the old tyres.
Still got
okay.
Four, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Credit to the Delta V118, they're actually only 20 seconds now behind their teammates, which was looking unlikely a while back when they were when their teammates were leading the race. But I can't really emphasize enough just how close the GTPs have been today. It has been the closest class, which we usually assign to the other two classes.
Yeah, and NP2, they've been nowhere near each other.
I think as well in NP2, we generally have a routine of just everyone gets into their pace. There's not many mistakes in NP2.
Yep.
Of course, Alpha Esports will disagree. They were leading the whole way at Monza before a spin, and another car collected them whilst they were off the circuit, denied them the race win that day. They're not going to win today. They are leading right now, but they have got a final pit stop to make, and their gap is only 10 seconds to affect 201.
Looks like Zekaro having a go at Alpha Esports Blue, the team that's rapping on the straights and often in the corners. So let's see if they're going to lose one here.
Yeah, Zekaro have been knocking on the door for a while, haven't they? It'd be a big shame, I think, for either of these teams to finish in P9 because there's 41 seconds behind them. Like, it's been a really good battle. It's actually only 20 seconds up to P5. 40 seconds to back one car, though. So they would be the last place team of that group who have been very closely matched this evening. This is Mark Hutchinson with an off for the Altitude VM Esports 112, still with another pit stop to go, of course.
Disappeared. Oh, back again.
So unless I'm missing something, Altitude VM Esports 112 are going to finish in 4th place in this race because they're going to drop behind Simtech and Delta V125. Here they come into the pits for their last pit stop. And judging by the others, they are not going to take tyres. Orbit, Drop Bear, Satson are able to do another lap. Could be a very tight battle for 4th place here between Drop Bear, Satson and Altitude 112.
Yep. Yes, the effect 177s to lose. They've got this easily now after all the kerfuffles. I think that's the right word.
I think it's a very apt word.
Apt. That's a good word.
Do you know who I think of when I think of the word apt?
Apt. Star Trek came to my brain.
Daniel Apt.
Daniel Apt. Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Even though it's not spelled the same, but
no.
pronounced similar. This is the commentary that we're delivering, 2 hours 42 in. We're bringing up Daniel Apt.
Well, we were running on BAM, but the BAM's starting to wear out now. We're both faded.
We don't want to drink another one because then we'll stay up tonight,
No, exactly.
I have occasionally been checking what the score is in the US Open, actually, during this race.
You want to switch to US Open commentary?
Oh, they're in the second set tiebreak as well. Oh.
Yeah, let's change it on the screen.
I mean, we've got 18 minutes. I mean, I think that tiebreak will take us to about 10 minutes to go.
Who's this? This is the Mimika car. Oof. What's happened here? Is this with... Oh, it's on pit exit, cold tyres. Why take the tyres? They're just going to loop it going left, aren't they? Going right, sorry. Yep. Jeez.
I mean, and they're the only team recently who have taken fresh tyres, and that's why everyone else doesn't want to be on fresh tyres.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Is it worse on fresh tyres on a colder surface as well, or is it?
Yes, well, iRacing simulate based on it being out in the conditions you're in, so the colder the session, the colder the tyres are. Although I don't know what drastic difference it makes. I've not tested, but that's what they say. So this is RD and Delta V118, I think. Whoa, he's gone too long. No? Oh, wow. Nicely done. Great car control there. Mark is under fire here from the 118. He's in a lot of ARL series, isn't he, Mark Hutchinson?
Yes, yeah. We're seeing him in prototypes, we're seeing him in GT3 Trophy a lot as well.
Yeah.
Don't think he's given the Porsche Cup a go, but maybe he will sign up for the series starting in 10 days' time.
Is there still space?
There are still spaces. Tuesday nights. ApexRacingLeague.com, the place to go. That is very good defense there from Mark Hutchinson. I think he's going to win out on this corner as well.
Yeah, big time.
So he does. We're going to have to recoup, see what they can do. RD might finish this race in 6th place. Might even be 7th place. And we thought they might win at one point. Really, really disappointing the way that this race has gone for Oscar and Archie Coveney. Do you have any? You do have a sibling.
I have a sister, yeah.
Would you, if she was a sim racing enthusiast, would you race alongside her, or would you race against any other sort of immediate family member?
Well, my dad sim races. He has a full rig, like 49 Hussenfeld Sprints, the Leo Bodnar DD. He has it all. But my sister's super competitive, like I am. Before I got into sim racing and or streaming, I had a very basic rig out in America, and we used to keep track of lap time. So every time she'd come visit, she would on karting and R Factor 2.
Sure.
We had a track conditions. We had it saved. We played for a long, probably over a year. And yeah, she almost missed her flight home because she actually got up early before everyone else to log laps because she didn't want to lose. So yeah, she's plenty quick enough. The force is strong in my family.
Yeah, it's all genetics, right?
Yeah, it's genetics, exactly.
Not the hundreds of hours of practice you've had.
No, that we all have. And that I'm able to give everyone I know a rig.
Yeah.
You want a 4,000-pound DD? Yeah, here you go. I've had this lying around. I don't have a screen. I've got a 49 I don't use. You want that? Yeah. My dad uses a GSI with a screen, the TK edition.
So
my dad uses a full GSI.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
And his name's Tony, so the wheel rim's half named after him.
Sure.
No, he still likes Assetto Corsa, the original. That's his go-to. Which makes sense. He can drive any car, any track. Just download the mod.
Yeah. Ian Sherman in chat letting us know that Arashi are up into P12 now and are trying to hold off. No, Arashi are P13, but they might get P12. They're behind BP Racing. 6 seconds to gain, but they are catching by 3 seconds lap. This one is
zooming.
Really getting close between these two cars now, but still Alpha refuse to let past Zeko Esports, and they are clinging on to 8th position.
There's nothing you can do in a straight line. Look, even in draft, that BMW is rapid. It's been their downfall, though, because I feel like if Alpha Esports Blue had a click more wing and lower rear, they'd be a bit. I think they'd be a lot higher, like probably 3. Whoa.
Good was this time, Hutchinson, Delta V Racing 118, this time up into P5. Which might turn into P4 later on, because Orbit dropped their stats and still have to pit, remember. So they might drop. Will they drop behind these guys? I feel like they'll stay ahead because they're like 50 seconds up the road. So pit stop isn't going to take them that long. Should only take them about 30 seconds.
Corby Dropper only pitted a lap before Effect 177.
Yeah. Scuderia Volpe, their game plus RD6 Sports.
LMP2 team of Alpha Esports, Geordies into the pits.
4 cars on top of each other there. Yeah, are Alpha anywhere near the 208?
It's hard to say with fuel, but if they're on the same strat as Busby, then no. And they have been, haven't they? Their pit will be shorter, but I don't think...
Well, the 208 is just about to drive past them. Okay, it's pretty close. It's very close. Alpha Esports, who have been 3rd position for about the last hour and a half, and they are ahead.
Wow.
With 10 minutes to go, so it was a much shorter pit stop. They saved 15 seconds in comparison to the 208, and that has overcome their deficits. So Alpha Esports now 2nd position with just under 2 seconds of a margin.
Project synced into the pits. Let's see, okay, he's tucked onto the draft of Jordy, so all to play for.
Yeah, Jordy didn't take any tyres, so no tyre warm-up process for him here. But still, yeah, he's dropping a bit of time because that was about 2 seconds when he came out of the pits, but it's down to 0.7. The Alcatech NHR by Greencrow car got back ahead of the Alcatech NHR car, by the way. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe a shorter, I think it was a shorter pit stop, so those two might swap again for P7 and P8. But this is the most important battle probably on the entire circuit. I think the battle for P4 in GTP is still alive, but yeah, this one is a tight one as well. In the GTDs, seemingly almost everything's settled. It's just probably Arashi trying to catch up to BP Racing is the big one.
Have you raced the Chicago Street Circuit?
Yes.
Oh,
Lewis, I can't remember, Lewis can whisper in our ear, did Lewis win a round of ARA Porsche Cup at Chicago? He got overtaken on the last lap. So if you need any tips, then Lewis is
I raced it last night. It was demanding in the Merc GT3.
So, I genuinely think it's the most tricky circuit on iRacing.
Yeah, Merc being a heavy, bulky car with ABS locks on fix, I had to... I mean, I was peak braking around 50%.
Sure.
Just because ABS meant uncertain. Because all the bouncing plus the ABS, it was so dangerous.
And if you lock a tyre, you're in the wall. Like, there's so few escape routes.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
It's really punishing. Crazy that it's actually like a real circuit. That they use
it's not just tight corners, but they tighten on exit. Like, it's everything's exacerbated, and it's bumpy on entry, so it's not like you can be, oh, I'm locked into a line. No. Let's see how the bumps do.
That bit, like towards the end of the lap, where you go right
uphill,
and then to the really long left, and it's so bumpy on
yeah.
And then you sort of go through like a super narrow,
almost full speed.
Yeah, corridor.
Yeah, corridor.
And then you've got to get it on the brakes for a tight right-hander. So
an uphill off camber tight right-hander after zooming through on the bumps. Yeah.
I'm pleased that it's still being used though. Like we used it for one event in ARL, and yeah, like it's never used in Porsche Cup or GT3s anymore. But it was used in that league that you run. Like, was it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Late last night. Got to bed at 4. I fed my dog at 8:30. Now it's 10:30. I'm dying. Okay, keeping an eye on the battles. Looks like Ollie, I don't see any problems with this. He's over a minute ahead of Simtech and needs to pit for a couple of seconds, so...
Battle between Arashi and BP Racing now down to 1.5.
Yeah, Arashi are going to blow by. He is cooking. Adam Watson. What's this? Is this Melanzani behind?
Yes.
Where'd they come from?
So Altitude just got past them. So Altitude up into P6 now.
What I was gonna say. Isn't that Geordie? Oh. He's poorly timed that, and that's gonna cost him the P2. Yep.
Here they come. Effects 208.
Wait, surely the slowdown has to be... Expect a lob. This is going to get rough. Yep.
Holds on, despite the slowdown. Does Geordie Spectors. Oh, and now there's contact. And unlike a couple of other instances we've seen so far today, that one did not end up with both drivers in the wall. But it could so easily have done.
That's weird. I said it was going to get rough. That's weird.
I was sort of looking away when that happened, but did someone squeeze someone else? Reckon?
I mean, if someone serves a slowdown in my face, I also give them a push to help them through this corner.
Oh, yeah, they didn't accelerate.
Yeah, it's because they spent more time serving their slowdown in front of someone.
I'm surprised going so slowly, like through this chicane, didn't serve the rest of it anyway. But yeah, he must have had a decent amount still to go. Now, I mean, that's really quite bad, honestly, from Alpha. Like, that's basically a brake check. And with the way that the damage model or the contact model works in iRacing, that can be really detrimental to the car behind.
Just even on the straight, taking the racing line to the side of the GTD, they should have gone left and conceded the position, but they took the racing line and they didn't block, no, but they had a slowdown to serve. So yeah.
So Orbit dropped there, Satson finally into the pits in GTP. Where are they going to come out? Oh, why is it such a long stop?
Who for? Orbit?
No.
17.
Well, that's too long, right? They've only got 2 laps to go. You don't need 17 seconds of fuel for 2 laps, surely. I mean, 35 seconds does 10 laps, so it should be 3.5 seconds per lap, 7 seconds. So I don't understand why they've taken 17 seconds.
Yeah.
It does mean that they are still ahead of Altitude 3M Esports, but they are behind LTV 118.
All right, let's get that Arashi move on camera. Here we go. He's going to get this done very easily, and he's going to dispatch him even easier. He's been zooming 2 to 3 seconds a lap quicker. Now we see why. Car in front's running a Belle Isle dock. Oh, Arashi not confident on the brakes at all there.
Should blitz past this time though, surely. Not really got much of a slingshot necessarily, but like you said, that other car does look like a sitting duck in comparison to the Turkey that is pouring past them right now.
Yeah, Brett just needs to be confident on the brakes now. Yeah, he's defending fresh air, which is going to cost him a little bit. Just move over, take the racing line. Well, job done anyway. Now he can dispatch.
So, Arashi Racing Team up into P12 now.
Oh, fast lap from Scuderia Volpi by P1 Sim.
Yeah.
Just did a 26.4.
Fastest lap of the race.
Bam.
Effect simulations 177 into the pits.
So this is just going to come down to pit time. Not screwing up the entry, getting the correct fuel, not taking a tyre. Yeah, easy.
They had a 1 minute lead. This pit stop should take about 30 seconds loss, I reckon. Maybe 35. That'll be plenty enough speed. 5 second post expensive for Alpha Esports.
Unsafe serving of a slowdown.
Yeah. It could have been harsher than that, honestly. I wouldn't have complained if it was even more.
You know, both cars got going. The right car got ahead. Like if the slowdown wasn't there, it's just hard racing. But yeah, like Now, it's hard, right? Because what's the rules on a slowdown? Like, you know, like... so, it's just very ungentlemanly to do it on a friggin' racing line. And, like, here, they can't even use the argument, oh, I had 3 seconds left to serve it. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you didn't serve it on the...
20 seconds beforehand to serve it.
Yeah, in a straight line.
So Effect 177 are out onto track. Nice and
5-second pit.
5 second stop, 1 lap of fuel.
That's how you do it.
And they are now, we'll see it balance out in just a second. Looks like it's 30, just below 30 seconds, their gap. So even if Simtech didn't make the late race mistakes and Delta V Racing 125 didn't make the late race mistakes, I think Effect Simulations going so long on fuel throughout their stints meant that they would have had a very good chance regardless.
Yeah.
Should have been much closer than this, but yeah, they really did have a good shot. I'm surprised they didn't go for one less. They just needed to save 1 lap of fuel, 1 extra lap of fuel in one of their stints, and they would have done 1 less pit stop, but it's not mattered in the end. So close though for P4. I said that the battle for P4 would be entertaining. Delta V Racing 118.
Oh.
Second, and off into the gravel.
And that was the guy cooking with lap times.
It's Scooter Volpe by P1 Sim. They were chasing down the Saturn car.
If they had done 26.4 and a 26.6, they are...
Oh, they sent it.
Well...
And they've lost a position to Altitude 3M Esports 112 because of that.
Yeah, they were honestly like 7 to 8 tenths quicker than anyone out there. I mean, they're a second a lap quicker than 3M, and yeah, it's insane, but it's all over.
It was from Randy Martin's perspective. That's the Neptune car ahead, Saturn car ahead, sorry, and then Altitude 112 easily move ahead themselves. Doesn't look like there's going to be any changes there. The Saturn car is really catching up to the 118 car quite quickly, but seemingly has just mellowed out a little bit. 1 second the gap with half a lap to go.
Keep controls coming out the pits after a 12-second stop.
Ah, that's disappointing for them. Oh, remember when Watson said, I don't think that's enough fuel to get to the end of the race, like an hour and a half ago. And he was right, they were 1 lap short, so well done to Adam. He's driving right now, so he can't hear us, but yeah, he called that one.
Well, if you go to Adam, reverse cam like this, and then tell him to flash if he hears us, then you'll know.
Yeah.
But no, if it's a team race, he better not have it on his top monitor. It's irresponsible.
Irresponsible, very irresponsible. So, it wasn't really looking like it was going to go their way for most of this race. Effect Simulations 177, and of course, all these GTP teams have had to live in the shadow of Apex Racing teams so far this season. But they've had an opportunity to get a proper race win under their belts today. And it's going to be a first race win of the season, a first podium of the season for Effect Simulations 177. Ollie Fennell across the line to take the race win by 28 seconds in the end. Our next class winners are going to be, I think, Effect Simulations 201. They themselves have got a 42-second lead now. Out ahead. They're just going through the Porsche curves, but here is the second place team. Simtech Motorsports and MDH will still be second place in the championship after today. A good point score for them, another 40 points in the bag.
Yeah, great day for Effect. First in GTP, first and second in LMP2. And they all hate GTD, so.
Yeah. Is that 201 car? Like I said, 42 seconds clear of the rest of the order.
All the wins were very dominant, by the way. Manatee, Effect 201 and Effect 177, very dominant wins.
There's Paul Busby taking the glory, and, well, they've almost mathematically won the title. Maybe they have. I'm not entirely sure what the situation is. But,
well, with Effect 208 scoring that many points behind him in P2, it helps, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it takes points off Alpha, and of course, Delicat's not a threat today. And already across the line have been Manatee Racing Green. Manatee Racing Green win once again in GTD, and after their slip-up at Monza, They have been very tricky to beat elsewhere this season. King Racing, though, started on pole position, ending up in a very strong second place, their second runners-up spot of the season. Pretty close at the end in the LMP2s. Here is second place, and behind them, you can see third and fourth. Team DWR, Lucas Diaz, came back roaring near the end.
Yeah, he did.
And we're only a few seconds off the runners-up spot, but it was the 208 Effect Simulations car took it in the end, and Alpha hold on to third, but they have a 5-second place race penalty, don't they? So that means that they get demoted to fourth.
Oh, yes, of course.
So I think that's about fair, I think, considering that incident.
Of course, yes. They lose to DWR, get the podium.
Yeah. Delta V Racing, great comeback from them.
Do we know what the post-race penalty is, though? It doesn't tell us how much.
5 seconds.
Okay.
Yep. There's also a 5-second penalty for Delta V Racing. Post-race penalty.
What, 118 or 125?
Oh, very good question. Very good question. 118.
Oh, yeah, they
so they
lose
dropped
to
behind.
orbit and altitude.
Yeah. And if it weren't for Scuderia Volpe by P1 Sim spinning on the last lap.
So they were chasing a... Oh, no, they were chasing orbit at the time. Yeah. Oh, that's the last corner, mate. Reverse.
Reverse. There's no point.
Reverse. Don't give yourself a penalty.
Reverse. No.
Don't.
No, you just
Right,
reverse.
unsafe rejoin. 5-second pen. Why?
They lost a place. They lost a place to cube controls.
Why not reverse? Why not reverse? I know Formula 1 drivers can't reverse, but why didn't he?
Were they ahead of Alpha Esports Blue as well before that, or were they chasing them? Can we get a replay of that?
Can we put it on loop? Last corner of a 3-hour. Yeah,
they were chasing the blue car.
Oh, what have they done? Huh? Wait, they lost that really late into the corner phase.
Oh man, why did you
Reverse.
put it in reverse?
And why not kill your TC? Why are you doing, Austin Powers?
And it's just there that they lose to cube controls. You had to make the extra pit stop with 1 lap to go.
No words.
Yeah.
We were both screaming it.
Yeah.
I know people think reversing gives you a DQ. No, going the wrong way down the track gives you a DQ. The game doesn't care what gear you're in. What an end.
Yeah, what an end. Yeah, really good work from Effect. We can actually show you the final results now. 28 seconds you can see there ahead of Simtech. And the Delta V125 ahead of the 118. 125 led for most of the race. But one spin sort of lost them maybe like 15 seconds, I think. But then a couple more mistakes after that meant that they were quite far away from the win in the end. Good work from the Drop Bear Saturn car. What could have been for their teammates had they not suffered from issues earlier in the race. The LMP2s, it was Effect Simulations 201 who won out. And a very close battle for P2, Team DWR, really coming back strong. They were a threat at the start, they were a threat at the end. Just a little bit of an iffy middle, just denied them. And in GTD, Manatee Racing Green, as per this season and as per last season, at the top, King Racing, able to stay within 24 seconds, which is pretty much as close as anyone's got to Manatee in the dry conditions this season. So great effort from them.
Yeah.
And a great effort as well from the 314 to come from last up into third. A great recovery from them. They would have definitely had a shot at second, I think, had it not been for that spin before we even started the race. And we've got some drivers to have a chat with now. Would you like to have first pick?
If I could, yes, thank you. I would like to drag up Ollie. Hello, mate. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Hey, I recognise that voice. Hello, Samsoid, mate.
Hello, pal. Good job, mate. Good job. That looked like a lot of fun.
It was. You know what? Yeah, it was. It was really good. I was kind of just did it last minute. I only had like an hour practice before the race, but yeah, glad I did it.
Mate, I'm so stupid. Before I did the broadcast, I got an alert on my phone. You're still an alert on my phone for when you go live. And it said 3 hours Le Mans. And I'm sat here thinking, LMU, iRacing? I didn't even think you're doing this. Yeah, I don't know why. All right, talk me through the end, mate, because obviously it was a dominant win, but obviously lots played out with the two teams that had the lead. Your strat was brilliant. 5-second pit stop there at the end for just, I assume, 1 lap of fuel. Was the win on? Like strat-wise, do you think the win was on without the teams making the mistakes, or would it have been close?
I think it would have been very close, but I still think we would have got it, because I think I think on the last stint or so kind of just calmed it down a little bit, because we didn't need to worry as much. So the last stint, my last 10, 11 laps was very much a case of just bring the car home, because we were looking at the leaderboard and checking it out and just seeing we've basically got this in the bag as long as we just don't bin it. So we did calm it down pace-wise a little bit in the last stint. So I think if it was a lot closer, we would have had to pick up the pace a bit. But who knows? Pressure might have kicked in. We might have made a few mistakes. So yeah, I think not getting any slowdowns helped as well. Like, I think I got one slowdown in that whole stint, and there was just slowdowns crazy out there. I was just looking at my standings, slow down. So yeah, I think that was key as well.
Giga job, mate. That was great, because it obviously when you jumped into the car, you had, was it Delta V, the 125 had a really good lead, and then they messed up, and then Simtech, we know they're quick, and obviously I saw that you was on a really good strat, but obviously it just went your way, and then yeah, like you say, you didn't make any mistakes. How are you enjoying GTP? I thought you had sworn off it, mate.
I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit. I definitely sworn off it, but when I did the the Monza race with that, with the rain at the start, yeah, I just enjoyed it at Monza, and I also enjoyed it here as well. I think GTP for me, if it's like a low downforce track, I quite enjoy it. But as soon as it's like a very tight, twisty, high downforce track,
sure,
it's just I don't know, maybe it's just not for me. But low downforce stuff, yeah, I think the GTP is a great car. Hopefully next season with the updates as well will be even better.
Copium.
Massive.
Nice. Massive. Yeah, good job, mate. Nice chatting with you. But yeah, great job of first win, first podium for the 177 team. So are you going to be back for the other two races?
I hope so. I'll have to double check the schedule. I'm away next week, so I'll have to double check what the dates are. But I think if I can partake in another one, you may as well just try and get back-to-back wins, right? Why not?
Bam. Easy as that, mate. All right, anyone you'd like to give a shout out to, mate, before I get rid of you?
Just the subscribers and the followers, and yeah, thanks for Effect for letting me be in their car. And this is what happens when a BRT driver joins the team.
Yeah, of course, they knew that, mate. They knew that.
Oh, they knew.
All right, buddy. All the best. We'll chat to you next time.
All right, have a good one, mate. Cheers.
Yeah, and cheers, pal. There we go. The basic Ollie.
Yes, congratulations to him. Let's next have a chat with Kevin Tavares, who was our race winner, one of our race winners in the GTD category for Manatee Racing Green. Kevin, congratulations on that race win. Let's go all the way back to the start, because you guys qualified. It was a bit unusual to see you guys on the second row of the grid, but we immediately saw you take the lead and you never looked back after that. What happened on that lap one which enabled you to take the lead on the Mulsanne Straight?
Yeah, first of all, good evening, gents. Yeah, basically, so it was a bit chaotic because I was supposed to do the race with David, but he got injured, nothing serious. So we had to swap drivers this afternoon. And yeah, Patrick did really good. The only thing is that Quali, basically, he had a black flag because he was too slow on his outlap. So he had to pit again and to go back on track. So yeah, that's why his lap wasn't, yeah, the best, I would say. But he quickly, after the start, he quickly got the lead. So from there, he created the gap, and yeah, he did an awesome job.
Yeah, it seemed like quite a relaxed drive for you guys in the end. I mean, 24 seconds to King Racing, and it really did just seem like you guys just were 0.3 faster a lap and just edged out the lead as it went on. I mean, was that how it seemed from your perspective?
Yeah, basically that's what happened. Patrick was pretty fast. He loves Le Mans. I don't, even though I'm French though. But yeah, he was faster than me, and basically it was quite comfortable getting in the car after him. My task was like bringing it home, not getting any slowdown, not getting any issues in the Porsche curves because we had a pretty loose setup. So there was a bit tricky sometimes, especially when there was debris on track sometimes there. So yeah, I was just, you know, controlling the pace, checking the relative P2, where P2 was, checking the lap times. Yeah, not making any mistake, and yeah, that was my role. pretty much. And yeah, Patrick he completed his role. Like he was the fastest. He had to take the lead and creating a gap, which he did pretty good. So yeah, the strategy was that pretty much.
And of course, this was our biggest circuit of the season. It seemed like everyone was quite atomized around the circuit, quite big gaps between everyone. The next 2 rounds are very different. We've got Road Atlanta and Imola, which are probably 2 of the most sort of tight and twisty and small circuits that we have this season. Are you looking forward to going back to that type of circuit, or did you quite enjoy the more sort of sparse track out here today?
No, honestly, I'm looking forward to driving Imola. That's the track I really enjoy. Of course, traffic will be key. We know what happened for us in Monza. So yeah, we really need to be careful. So we need to control now. I guess we have a pretty solid gap in the standings after this round. So yeah, let's see what the practice session, how the practice session will be. Of course, yeah, traffic will be key. So we just need to bring it home, not making any mistakes. That's the main goal, and then yeah, score big points. Of course, 2 rounds remaining. So job is not done yet, but yeah, we are getting there.
Yeah, it's looking very, very good for you guys. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, of course. Patrick, my teammate, he did an awesome job. Honestly, couldn't hope for better. Niklas, which he did the first 3 rounds. He was not here today. So yeah, big shout out to him. And David, that got injured. I hope he's recovering well. He's probably listening to some Sabrina Carpenter, his favorite singer. So shout out to him. I hope you enjoyed the race, bro. And yeah, and next race will be with Niklas probably. So looking forward.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for having a chat with us, Kevin, and we'll see you back in a few weeks' time.
We will. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
GG's.
Kevin
Bye.
Tavares, there, your winner in the GTD category. I think we have one more interview.
You sure we got time? We could just ditch him.
Yeah, show it, just ditch him. Yeah, expendable.
I'll bring him in. Hello, Paul and Tom. Can you both hear me okay?
Certainly can, mate.
Yeah, all good.
Bosh, GG's boys, very dominant, controlled win. You must be happy. Did the strat go to plan? Like, was it everything to the book? Or did you have to adapt at any point?
I'd say it was pretty to the book. We figured out before the race started that there was going to be a 3-lap splash, so Totobuzz did Totobuzz things and said that we'll just even it out over the course of the race, and it worked pretty magically overall.
Was it weird putting a crew chief in the car as a driver, Tom? Like, strange situation to be in.
I had to tell him what the pit limit rule. I'm joking. I didn't. But he was completely fine. He absolutely smashed it.
Oh, he
Absolutely
cooked,
on
yeah,
it.
you boys did really well.
Proper cooked.
Was you nervous about? Did you think there would be a battle with Delatraz? I know they didn't really get a queue, but their pace looked scary fast at the opening phase. Was it something you were keeping an eye out, or was you just focused on doing your own job and hitting your fuel targets?
Couldn't see him, mate. Couldn't see him in the rearview mirror, mate.
Yeah, fair. Fair. That's the
Me and you are going to fall out, by the way. Sounds good.
Wow.
Just like to throw that out there. All this talk about retirement and that. Just
No.
tell me you put the purple lap in, mate. Still a bit of life in the old dog yet.
Plenty of. No, it's great. Great to see you racing again. Have you decided who's doing the next tour, or is it just you got so much availability? It's just who's around.
It will be Benji and Tomo, I think. Benji slapped it on pole for PLM last year, so he's got the pedigree here. And yeah, Tomo's rapid as well at Road Atlanta, so yeah, we'll go with them too, I think, assuming they're both around.
Gotcha. Have you locked the championship? I think Sam was working it out earlier when he wasn't reading about the...
No, I don't think we have. I think if we finish first, second or third at Road Atlanta, I think we've locked it up then, which is great because none of us like Imola, so we kind of want to have it done before then, ideally.
But it must have been great to have the sister team, yeah, that's right, going finish P2. Was that something that was on the cards, or was that something they were expecting, or was it?
I think they they just maximised everything, to be honest. Like we've got a really, really good setup for Le Mans. We all really like the track. We've put a lot of work in for it for majors and that sort of stuff. So everyone feels really comfortable. And I think it kind of just fell into their lap a little bit, really. They just stayed really consistent and just did what they needed to do. And yeah, managed to pip Alpha at the end. I think Geordie got a slowdown and it got a bit messy, but I mean, they got the job done in the end. So
they got a 5-second post race, which does actually drop them one more position, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. One position. So that might change the championship potentially.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Enough.
It was given for basically a poor serving of their slowdown, basically, because it ultimately caused the collision. That's how we called it as well. So, but great stuff. I mean, is it getting boring, guys? This pure domination, like, are you finding it tiring?
Nah, I just enjoy spending my Friday evenings talking to you, mate. That's all it is.
That's it. That's why you win, right? So you could do the interview.
Exactly. Yeah. Just want to hear your dulcet tones in my ears, you know.
Brilliant stuff, guys. No, always good to watch. Yeah, everything was perfect from what I saw. The qualifying, the race start, the pit stops, the fuel, the splash at the end, everything. So yeah, congratulations. And Road Atlanta. I love the track. So you're fielding I mean, you've only got strong drivers. Yeah, I'm not expecting you fielding strong drivers. You've only got strong drivers. But yeah, hopefully it goes well and you can lock up the championship. But yeah, I look forward to chatting to you next round. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to, boys?
Just everyone at the team again. Big shout out to Joe Spencer. It's his wedding on Sunday, so we're all heading up to the Lake District and going to go and celebrate his wedding with him.
Nice.
And yeah, just want to give a massive shout out to Randy, the guy in the GTP who nearly murdered me from 200 meters back on the last lap as well, and then moaned at me in the DMs afterwards about it. So yeah, GG.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know if you actually saw it. Sorry to sidetrack. Did you see the GT3 on the last lap, last corner? He spun it out of the last corner.
No.
And right in front of the line, didn't think to reverse and did like a Austin Powers turnaround and lost a position at the line.
Right.
Pain.
I only stopped laughing a couple of minutes ago. It was a shame, obviously. You hate to see it, but you know, we're here for content as well. All right, boys.
Yeah,
sorry,
it's 100% going on Instagram, right?
Sam's already posted it. Yeah.
GG, boys. Thanks a lot for your time.
Yeah. Cheers. Great stuff, boys. Nice to chatting to you both.
See you in a bit.
Cheers, take care.
Yeah. Ciao. Paul and Tom there. It was a very dominant display, but we're getting used to that, right? This season, a lot of seasons.
Yeah, of course, the champions last season, right? And I think mathematically, I think they have won it. I don't want to say that too early, but I think they have won it now. I think because with the drop score, I think they've got it sorted. So yeah, amazing work from those guys. Shout out to Ian Sherman for all the donations.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Biggest winners of the day. Good job, boys. Yeah, congratulations to Irashi.
And yeah, thank you for all the support. It really is appreciated.
Yeah. Thank you, Ian. That is pretty much it for us then. So we've got the next round of the championship in 2 weeks' time. 3 weeks' time. We've got a 3-week break. So we've actually got nothing in this slot next week because it's week 13. So the next broadcast we'll be doing from the studio is going to be in 2 weeks' time. The Apex Racing League Touring Car Championship, and then we'll be returning with the penultimate round of Apex Racing League Endurance. But of course, you can still watch plenty of other action on Apex Racing TV. We've got the TGR Nation and the Formula V's tomorrow, which you can watch that. We've got Rick Maytech on. We've got Fox Techer, which we don't broadcast on the channel, but still do check out the Fox Techer channel. That's still one of our broadcasts, and plenty of other stuff as well. So just subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video as well. And of course, check out ApexRacingLeague.com where you can sign up for this series and the Apex Racing Academy Porsche Cup as well. But for now, from myself, Sam Fitzpatrick, from David Sampson and everyone here at the Apex Racing TV Esports Studio, we will see you next time out in 3 weeks' time at Road Atlanta. See you then.
Ciao.
Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.